Hi everybody, welcome to Flagon Slayers. Sorry for the technical delay. Caleb just needs to work better. His pay has been docked from 0 to negative. He owes me money now.
I'm not at my usual desk, I'm sorry.
Okay. In case you missed it last time, a lot of stuff happened. They confronted Cran. They were going to kill him, and then he disappeared after a ring enveloped his body. Animas made a deal with a demon. He doesn't even know the demon's name yet, but he knows somebody he's got to kill.
He didn't even take you out on a date. He just. Ooh.
He really just did it to me.
Thea had an interaction with her father. Maybe some growth there, maybe not. Who knows? And Animas asked the group to join him in a quest to go to Terra, the Earth Ashari home, to start his quest. And that's basically where we left off. So, you guys are all together. You met back. Did you meet in the town or did you meet back at the school?
I went back to the school because I got lonely.
Abby's still saying bye to, or Thea's still saying bye to
I'm with
her sister, and then Anzu was on his way back to the school. Me and Zygon are going to go meet up with them so we can start our travels.
Oh, and on the way back, I want to make sure that Cube sees like a horse,
Okay, yeah.
like their biggest and strongest, most
like Clydesdale. Yeah, go ahead and yeah, we'll say that Cube finds a horse and kind of goes around it, and then you see the horse like start shaking a little bit, and then he just goes off the horse.
I was really afraid.
Gross.
He kills it.
But yeah, so you guys meet up back near the school.
Okay, I want to make a mention that I'm going to swap out Undyne for that Rose's Thorn.
Okay.
Really quick before Targaryen and Meryl ride off, I'm gonna run up to Meryl.
Okay, so they're turned around, all three of them on one horse, but they're small kids, so it's fine.
Yeah.
They start going.
I'm gonna be like, wait.
Horse
And
reins
I'm
in.
gonna Sinjin's on my shoulders, and I'm gonna look up at Meryl and say, "Do you want a pet?" And then I'm gonna look at him and
to your
say,
dad. She looks back at you. She looks back at her dad, or your dad.
and I'm gonna look at him and be like, "Do you?"
Fine.
Whoa.
And I'm gonna give his name is Sinjin. Take good care of him.
She starts scratching under his chin, and you see him go. And then they wave bye, continue to ride off.
There we go. Fixed it.
So you guys have all met up together. So Animas, you do not know exactly where Terra is. Part of it is finding it. You know that it is north of Craghammer, but that's about as close as you're gonna get.
Great.
For those at home, I will try and put this up here. Okay. So let me see if it'll focus in here.
It's kind of, you can see a map.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
No detail.
So this is western. I know it's flipped. My apologies. So this is western. This is where they are currently. And this is Craghammer. So it's about here. And then this up north is towards where Terra is. I know it's marked on the map, but they, as players, don't know where it is.
I know exactly where it is now.
Kind of vision.
I picked a feat for breaking the fourth wall.
It's called Deadpool.
Jacob, before we leave town, can I just say I ran to a shop and got some more tarot cards?
Yeah, that's simple enough. Yeah, you went into a little mysticism shop and they sold you some tarot cards.
Perfect.
Nice.
We'll say it was a silver.
Okay. Thanks.
All right, what are you guys doing?
Well, I guess me and Zygon, we're gonna. Oh, yeah, we're heading up to meet up with the others so that we can start heading out on the road.
Hmm.
Do we have a cart? Do we have our cart still that we left?
That was a month ago.
We like
Cards
break it.
Well, no, didn't we leave it somewhere? I thought we left it either in Western or at the school.
I thought you left it on like the outskirts of Western.
I don't know.
We might have to buy a new. We might have to buy a new cart.
So
Instead of looking for our old one, we're just gonna.
No, I don't.
Buy
I
another.
think we got a pretty good chunk of change. So you guys, there's two main routes you can go. You can either go straight to Craghammer, which will take you through Wildwood Valley and across the By Hills River, or you can take the road which goes south and loops around. It will technically take longer, but there's you're less likely to run into fighting and monsters.
Oregon Trail
So-
prepared me for this decision.
Let's go that.
Still not
Let's go
prepared.
that way because I feel like Jacob's tempting us with the faster
Do we
way.
ford the river?
Yes, forward it every time.
Damn it! I guess we're going for it.
Up to you guys.
So you guys want to take the main road? Which the road is called the Silver Cut Roadway, or do you want to take just the forest?
Neither. I choose the air.
Well, which one is the less dangerous path? I guess, so to speak.
So
the forest,
make
or the walkway, or the main path.
make a survival check.
11.
Eat.
11. Oh, okay. If you go the main road, there's probably not going to be a lot. You guys have heard reports of like bandits and things of that nature, but a group of adventurers like yourself probably could handle it, as far as you know.
Bandits.
Fuck up some bandits.
Yeah. Whereas if you go through the forest and the wilderness, I mean, like when you guys went into the forest last time, there were 2 hydras. It's just kind of what you guys want. You could run into a dragon, or you could run into nothing. It's kind of
Okay.
hit and miss.
I will say
So-
this: Cube is very hungry and he eats brains.
Yeah, we need to kill some. We might need a hunt on the way. Hey, don't you have your dead? No, we don't have any dead bodies. Never mind.
Yeah.
Oh
I was
wait,
gonna
wait,
suggest-
Brady,
We have
Brady,
heads. We
he
have
carries a
heads.
bunch of heads.
They're
Yeah.
rotted.
Full of brains.
Oh,
Full
I-
of brains.
He doesn't care.
Does-
Yeah, I'll let Cube eat the heads.
the
I'll
brains.
bring out.
You guys
I'll
wanna
pull
try
out like 2 or 3
My-
heads.
My vote's for the forest anyway. Been in the city and
Is that
around
the
the college.
is that the quicker one? The forest.
I mean,
Yeah, that would be a faster route.
I'm gonna lick his
I
leg.
myself
Be
do
like,
not mind
"Hey,
the forest.
Could I borrow
So
a
if you
head?"
go on the road, it's probably going to take you about 2 to 3 weeks to get to Craghammer.
Mhm.
If you go across the plains and the land, it would probably take you 2 weeks max, probably.
Yes. On our way, on mine and Zygon's way, walking up to meet the group, I do want to give them a receipt though. Zygon, just a little note from our friends that are gonna be.
So you've only got one. You only have one receipt.
I'm gonna make a copy.
How?
With my expert forgery.
Okay.
Like
roll
I want to
roll a
write.
dexterity check.
I just want to like write one out, like just as a receipt that he knows like the information. That
Yeah,
they gave me.
roll a dexterity check.
Is it a dex?
You try and copy the handwriting. Yes.
Expert forgery, duplicate others' work, producing. Isn't that just a feat I have though? It says expert forgery, duplicate others' work, and craft work. Advantage. Oh,
Yeah.
advantage. Okay. You said dexterity. Is it anything other than that, or is it just straight dex?
Add your dex.
Okay. It's a 15. I rolled a 13.
15. Yeah. So you're examining this this receipt, and you see that it's very small. Like the loops, like in the H's and the A's and stuff like that, are very small loops. You also see that the pin pressure is super hard. Like it's a very deep marking.
Mm-hmm.
You take a few minutes to look at this when you're making this forgery, and you get it, and it looks pretty close. Like it'd be pretty hard to tell the difference.
Well, it's more just so he has the information. Like I will give them the original copy when I need to, like.
Well, just in case.
Yeah, he has a version of the copy now.
Yeah.
Are you
I just
speaking to
noticed
him
right
in
there.
a abyssal, or?
Are you with us?
Well, I assumed we were all already traveling together.
Oh no, this was
You're all gathering up in town, deciding where to go next.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
This was
Gotcha.
when me and Zygon were walking towards you guys
Gotcha.
because we went off and did some stuff. Zygon, here's a copy of the receipt. I have the official one, so we'll have to use that to get our money. But here's
How about I hold on to the official one?
I mean, I put my money down on this. I had to put how much gold? 500 gold down. I've been a man of my word so far, and this is almost perfect duplicate. So, I'd also.
Be the bird of my
Fine.
word.
I would also like to point out the fact that I'm currently in a situation where your power is coming from the leader of the person that my power is coming from, so I don't know if you have to worry too much about me telling you the truth. Also, I thought we were in this
I'm always
together.
worried.
We were into this together.
All right,
you don't
all
have
right,
to. You don't
all
have to not. You have no reason not to trust me.
I'll take it.
All right.
So as you guys all meet up in the center of Western, you notice two things. One, the protest that was going on earlier has been dispersed. Like, people are kind of milling around, but there's not a large group anymore. Nothing really seems to be going on. And secondly, it starts to snow. You see like a small, fluffy white start to come down from the sky.
Is it winter?
Yeah, it is. It's basically January. Like if you were going to say what month it is.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Forgot. Didn't we do a whole winter's crest thing?
Yeah, the Winter's Crest was about a month ago, so it is
been so
now, just for the date, we'll say it is the 20th of Horusale, which is the first month of the year.
Nice.
January.
What are you guys doing?
I am going to take out 2 severed heads and give them to Hunter, or give them to Anzu.
I will take those heads and I will give them the cube.
So you pull the heads out.
I'm going to say that I
and,
want those back, though.
as you're pulling, are these heads in the bag of holding, or are these heads just in?
Oh,
your
they
bag?
are. Yeah, they're. I'll grab them out and hand them to Zygon. But
Okay.
I'll
So you
put
pull
both
the
hands
heads out,
in.
and you see it's like vacuum sealed, kind of.
Okay.
And you toss it over to Anzu. Anzu bobbles it for a second, then catches it, and then you see Cube, which is on Anzu's hand, kind of just go over the head. And Cube is red. So you see the head start to kind of shift, and you actually see the skull go and crack inward, and then Cube's gelatinous self squeezes inside the cracked skull. You then hear a slurping noise,
No.
What a good
and
boy.
then Cube comes out. And as you look inside the skull, the brain is gone now.
Can I turn the head
But
into like a mug?
Cube it curls back up onto your hand, and then you see the finger, the replacement finger. It goes from a red to kind of a bluish color, and then a green color, and then you
It's-
see just spurts of like chunks of jelly just start shooting out from what you assume is a mouth.
Is it burping?
Is he throwing up?
No, it is puking.
Because it wasn't a fresh brain.
Poor Cube.
Oh, that's awkward.
Anzu, we may
Cube is
need
now a kind of pea soup green.
we may need to find him something a little more fresh on our journey before he eats one of our brains in our sleep.
Well, he's not eating my brain.
He's attached to you already.
Cube gets onto Anzu's shoulder and it looks over at Animus and it just like the blob just goes shaking no.
LOL. Jacob, can I make do I know if a cart is necessary for like a travel through this terrain, or
I mean, if we go through the woods, I would think we wouldn't want a cart. But if we go on the boat,
well, if there's
So you're going
already
so you will be going through like 3 different types of nature. You'll be going through a forest, then plains, then like hills and like mountains.
but if there's already like if it's already an established settlement, I would assume there's some sort of route there that a small cart could get us
the
there.
Terra,
No, to Craghammer.
yeah, there's a road.
Yeah.
There's not like a hunting trail from Western to Craghammer.
All right.
There's a road that connects that goes south and then comes back up.
Oh, and that's
So it'll
the long way, and we're trying to go the
yeah,
short
that'll
way.
take you almost like I would say 3 weeks.
And there's
maybe
no
4.
road for the short way.
No, there's no road directly from Western to Craghammer without
Do we want to
a
jump
stop.
some horses? Do we want to grab some horses?
I've got a horse.
Uh,
That is true. We've got a horse, a Lochnar.
Wagner.
We can, and then we have us 4.
You can also polymorph.
Yeah, I can turn
You can
into
also
an animal.
shape
Yeah.
change.
Well, if you polymorph, I can have Cube turn into whatever you turn into.
Well,
ahead.
not exactly. Cube cannot duplicate things that it sees. It has to absorb their memories. Like, yeah.
Yeah, just let him touch you.
No, that's
not
not
how that
how it works.
It might put Animus in a coma.
We're
Maybe.
gonna- I'm already in a bad place in the head. You don't need to. You don't need to do that to me. Do we want to possibly buy a horse or 2 for our journey up there?
I say we do.
Yeah, it'd probably be a safe bet.
All right. Does anyone know where the stables are, or want to maybe talk to the stable hands
I
about that?
do. Because I saw them.
Ask around.
Because I went there.
It's true. Anzu does know where the stables are.
I will get on my gallant steed and lead them there.
It's just giant jelly. It's
Actually,
like a giant jelly horse.
Enzu, while you do that, I'm gonna grab some food and supplies because I'm assuming we're running out of food because we don't have any.
For the viewers, I imagine Cube when it turns into stuff, it looks like a giant, like gummy version. Like those giant gummy worms or giant gummy snakes. That's what I imagine.
Oh, what's that one movie? Like with the green one?
Flubber?
Flubber.
Yeah, I imagine him as Flubber.
Jacob, can I
Put 'em on your
just
shoes.
instead of like going in and like role playing the whole buying food?
Yeah,
can I-
we can just say you buy stuff from the general store.
How much
Get
would that
supplies.
cost?
It's really cheap. Like, how much are you wanting?
Enough for the journey to Craghammer.
So is that like rations for everybody or what?
Yeah, just kind of rations. We'll probably end up having to hunt anyway, so for some brain, but like just some basic rations, just for the first few days.
For 6 of you for 3 weeks, that's probably gonna wind up being. Let me double check. Yeah, I'd say like probably a gold total.
10 silver it is. Alright, so I'll get that while they're going up to while Anzu heads to the thing, and I'll just meet up with them.
How much is it for the horses?
We'll get 2 horses.
Depends how many horses do you need?
2, because Anzu can ride either on Lochnar or on Jelly. Lochnar is big enough to walk
Name is
fast.
Cube. Actually, their name is Cube.
And then
We are Cube.
I can turn into a horse if I need to, and then the other ones can jump on the 2 horses or ride my back also while I'm in horse form.
I could also polymorph into a horse, I guess, but I don't know how long that lasts. I
An
don't know
hour.
if that would be the smartest route to go. Unless we're trying to save money.
See how long polymorph lasts.
Well, I mean, it
Unless
could
you
be an
want to
issue
save
if
the.
we.
Yeah.
I think it might only be like an hour or something.
I kept,
so that
I
might be
kept saying
done.
an hour.
Well, you can save the spell.
I know. I'm just
I think 2 horses is good because we should be able to
yeah,
fit.
it's an hour, so I'm not going to do that. That would be dumb.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Jacob,
Yeah, it's
2
not.
horses.
I will horse it.
Okay.
Should we get
Um,
an extra one just for security reasons?
Wouldn't we need 3? Oh, wait.
Well, I mean, if anything happens, you know, if we lose one, if one gets scared off or killed
Yeah.
in the middle of something,
Let's go
just
ahead.
do 3.
Yes, you
We're-
could.
we got money.
How
got
much
the
is
money.
3?
just don't be stingy.
It depends on what you want. So, do you want a horse that can travel across terrain better, or do you want a
I do.
horse that is better at like
I'll tell you what I want. I
Just
want a
get-
Ferrari.
Big old
long, like,
Clydesdale.
walking?
Probably long walking. We're not hitting hard terrain until the mountains. Maybe a mix. Just give us a
Well,
mix.
Yeah,
Something that can get us to Craghammer. That's all we want.
Okay, so
I want a more hardy one because I'm
those
also
would be-
quite a bit bigger.
Yeah, so yours bronze is going to be around 20 gold.
Got it. I'll pay
And
for
I want
it.
to
then-
horse like a sword fight. I'm just
What?
Not,
And then the other one is going to be 15 gold.
who's buying that?
I will buy that one. I will buy that.
Okay.
Okay.
Unless somebody else wants to.
I was
I like
gonna
how
have
you
Locknard
jumped
do it.
forward to buy it, and then unless anybody else.
I'll get it, guys.
You know,
Yeah,
Unless one
I got
of you
this.
wants to
I mean-
buy it.
it's on me. I mean, unless.
Yeah.
Unless
So,
it's not.
as you guys are in the stable securing your horses, you start hearing the clattering of boots against mud.
uh-oh.
Okay.
You hear
I'm a-
10, 20, 30,
Oh.
50 pairs of boots. And you look outside and you see fully armored garrison. And they are walking past the stable, fully armored with weapons in hand. And they're marching towards the center of the city.
Hmm.
Maybe
Do we want
not.
to stick around and see
my
what this is about, or do we
curiosity.
want to get out of town?
Maybe
Well,
not
sucks
best
for
to
them.
stick around. Not. We should probably just head out. We have business. We have business elsewhere, and as much as it's fun making coin just for doing tasks, we probably need to just get out
What-
to Terra, then get to Maimon.
Which direction did they come from? Are they coming from the way we're going?
They came from one of the garrison postings, which is towards the edge of the city.
Okay.
Why
Well,
don't we
my
just ride by and see what's going on?
yeah. I mean, I can check it out while you guys get a head
He is very
start if you
stealthy.
want. Yeah. It's not necessarily dangerous, but I can move quicker than.
Yeah, maybe
Guys.
maybe best to know what's going on, just in case
Right.
there's something that we need to just be wary about on our travels, or
Yeah, if
As we're
there's
coming
something
back.
going down.
So are you guys taking the main road out of town, or are you crossing the shorter way?
we're gonna cross the shorter way and then head out
Okay.
in through the forest.
So you guys start heading northwest of the town. They are heading south towards the center because the stables are in the northern part of western.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and let Bron go check it out, and we'll ride slow and let him catch up. Unless anyone else is going with him.
How much was my horse again? Because I was dealing with my dogs. and
15.
15.
Yeah,
I thought
15
so.
gold.
I'm going. Can I ride on? Oh.
On
I
a
can
normal horse?
on a normal
probably.
horse. Could I ride on a normal horse with someone else?
Yeah.
I mean,
like
Cube is
you
copied
and-
to be one of the best horses
You
around.
and
boy.
Thea could probably share a horse.
All right.
Yes.
I can always ride on Lochnar. He's walking with us too.
Weirdo.
Or yeah,
But that's
It's
Andrew's.
just the one with
that's Andrew's
slime on his
backpack,
arm.
not yours.
that's true. Well,
Right.
he's riding Cube right now though, so Lochnar Lochnar's probably jealous. I'll just jump on the back of Thea's, and I'll like kind of sit facing backwards, like kind of like just like with my feet up on the
So
butt.
it's not weird.
He doesn't ride side saddle. He rides reverse saddle.
My God.
And I'm gonna start reading. I think I have a book I can read.
Okay, so as you guys are heading out of town, Bron, you kind of stay back and you wait
Yep.
for the garrison to pass.
Yep.
Are you going to take your horse with you, or are you gonna kind of try and walk?
Well, I mean, we just bought them, but I can just leave it there until I come back to.
If you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just I'll keep my horse here so I can catch up to them quicker, and then I'll keep my distance, but approach the the line of garrison from the side.
Yeah. So you're following them, kind of behind them, and they're getting close to the Margrave's house. So
Okay.
the Margrave is like the mayor, and he's like the general. Like it's kind of like two
Mhm.
roles. He's the head of the government, but he's also the head of the military
Gotcha.
of Western. So they're getting close to his house, and you see. Make a perception check for me.
23.
Cool. So you see up on the balcony of the Margrave's house. So this is like a 3-story building, and on the top is a balcony. You see him standing there. He has a black cloak on, a giant breastplate. Like he is decked out. He's got a sword at his side. He's got you rolled high enough. A bear, like a black bear pelt that is like wrapped around him because it's snowing, it's cold.
Yeah.
And you see him standing there, and then his wife is standing next to him, and then their children are standing behind them. And there's 4 kids. One of them you recognize as the little girl from the Winter's Crest festival party that you went to. She's smiling. The rest of the kids are a little less enthusiastic. And he comes to the balcony, and you see this garrison is not the only one that's there. There's 5 rows of garrison. In total, it's probably 250 soldiers. I need you to make a stealth check. You see that everyone in the town, like citizens, are gone. They're not in. They're nowhere near here.
Okay.
Weird.
Oh, I'm gonna re-roll that. I'm gonna use our luck. That was a natural 1.
Ooh.
Can't have that at the start of the session.
No.
Thank the gods for lucky. Much better. 21.
21. So
21.
you notice this kind of weird, and you duck into a doorway that conceals you in shadow, and you see the final garrison get into line, and then you see the Margrave step up, and he begins to speak, and you don't really hear him, and then you see his wife kind of move her hands, and then his voice becomes much louder. It becomes amplified. It is with a heavy heart today that I must announce stricter guidelines for our citizens. Recent reports have come in that outside influencers have tried to usurp my authority, and as such, I am instituting martial law in the town.
Oof.
Men, it is your job to make sure that
Right.
no one is allowed in unless they have proper documentation, and that anyone from the western part of the continent is immediately taken into custody and questioned about their reasoning for being here. They all stand there, a little dour. You see a few of them are a little confused. There's a little bit of talking between the ranks. I know this might come as a shock to some of you, but we have been receiving reports that a certain delegation would like to see our town taken down, so to speak. I trust that all of you will do your job as I will do mine, and I hope and pray to the gods that this is the end of what we must do. But for now, report back to your garrisons. Your captains will have their new orders, and keep this city safe.
Good
And then he
thing
walks
I'm
off.
from the
You see his
east.
family walk off.
Okay, I'm going to
Garrison
quickly
begin
get
to
back
disperse.
to my horse
Yeah,
before they're starting to disperse and try
Yeah.
and catch up with the group really quick.
yeah, you do. You get out of town. The groups that probably took about 15 minutes, so they're not too far. You catch them pretty quick. You're on a much hardier horse.
Yeah.
But yeah, you get back to them.
Okay.
Jacob, just for reference, I'm reading my book on toxicology because I want to understand, instead of just randomly looking for herbs and mushrooms and just
Yeah, so you start
getting
reading
random
it.
effects, I want to actually
Um,
understand what I am
Yeah,
getting
so
into.
this book is mainly about like poisons.
Okay.
So like different toxins, different naturally occurring toxins that you can make from combining things, stuff like that.
Cool. I don't know what
Yeah.
else I would. Does it tell about like? Does it talk about like where any of them are like found? Like...
So it talks about one, like through the little reading you do. It starts with one that's very like it's a diuretic, and you recognize it.
The blue mushroom.
Yeah, it's the blue
Ooh.
mushroom.
We were having so much fun with that.
I still have a couple of those sitting in the bag of. They're
as
still.
our test dummy.
Yeah. We're...
So it looks like this book was written by a thief. Because it's in the margins. There's like little excerpts and stories, and then the mushrooms are not described in a scientific manner. They're more described in like, once I did this and this is what happened and things like that. It's more of like a storytelling book that also teaches you.
Still helpful. I will be able to look a little bit better for things, and I'll also be able to understand how to treat certain poisons a little better.
Right. So Bron, you make it back to the group.
Yeah.
Zygon on his horse. Anzu on cube, Lochnar walking next to you guys.
And my horse's name is Corduroy, just for the
Corduroy the horse.
for the record.
Still thinking of a name for mine.
So you guys are
Alright.
currently traveling through the Bramblewood. This is the place that the school is like nestled against. The Bramblewood is very rough. Like there's tree roots and thorns and stuff like that. There's a few hunting trails that you find, but the majority of this is very untread.
Okay. Well, as I catch back up with them, I'm going to just tell them, oh, well, that was interesting. We got out of town just in time.
What happened?
The Margrave called in all the garrisons to enforce a martial law, and they're locking everything down from specifically Westerners. They're going to arrest them on site.
Yeah,
And,
for reference, Western is essentially in the center of the continent. Everything west of Western is like Kymel, Craghammer, Amon,
Yeah, those are all the big
Yeah.
cities, isn't it?
So if we come
Yeah.
back this way,
We wanna go.
yeah. So if we come back this way, there's going to be some issues without a ton of legal documentation.
Well, aren't we, we're heading to Amon in first, right? Maybe we just, if we don't have to come back through Western unless, Anzu has a reason, and in that case, we can just skip over Western and go up to the school itself. So hopefully we just don't have to deal with it.
But the mine.
Yeah.
If it
But-
comes to it, we're technically most of us are from the east, and we can just pull out documentation of that. I have proof that I'm from the most east you can get, almost.
Yeah.
I know that
Oh,
you're from south.
Yeah.
Straight south.
From South, y'all.
Doesn't know where he's from.
Lochnar is from the east-ish.
Lognar's from around Western,
Yeah. So he's fine.
but he was born to Goliaths, and it's not like they're great record keepers.
No.
Yeah, he's still working on the letters.
Well, since we're gonna be traveling, is there anything like that we need to work on, or like, is there any like projects anyone has, or like identifying anyone needs to do while we're on this?
I would like to lure out some deer and then sick cube on them to eat them brains.
Oh, we need.
Why does it have to be humans?
We should probably hunt something bigger than a rabbit.
No, like I think the way he works is basically the more intelligent they are, the more filling it is for him.
So essentially, through research and knowledge of mind flayers, because you know after dealing with the Elder Oblex that Cube is somehow related to that.
Mhm.
The reason that mind flayers have to eat brains is because of the chemicals and like the acids that are present in the brain and the fluid that the brain is contained in. So theoretically, all brains would work.
Bless you.
Okay.
But human
Dad,
brains
if only you had
humanoid
St.
brains
John.
are
Really fucking
better, I guess.
Anzu,
Okay.
we've literally fought so many things. I think you can hunt a deer or two.
Are there a lot of bandits where we are? Like, is it known for bandits?
Not the Bramblewood. Now,
think we're
as you get into the valley, it's a lot of farmland. So, I mean, bandits like to pillage small towns. So,
Are there any deer around I can see?
make a nature check. How many horses? Okay, so Thea has a horse, Zygon has a horse,
And Bron has a
Corduroy.
horse. And I'm on the back of Thea's
Corduroy,
horse. And I'm reading the book.
Thank
I was looking up like horse names. I looked up a generator, and then one of the ones that came up was Sugar Daddy. So I think that's what I'm gonna name my horse.
Can I
Sugar Daddy
can
the
Bron
horse.
assist Anzu because
Yeah.
he did a lot of hunting, being nomadic and
Yeah,
all.
so Anzu, you have advantage
I got
on this.
27.
Okay.
On a nature
And Bron
check.
helped.
Yeah, nature is intelligence.
No. Oh, what the
Well, you
fuck?
don't
Oh,
have proficiency to that unless you have proficiency in nature.
Yeah. Wait.
You just
So you
add
just
Oh.
add your intelligence
Oh.
modifier.
just straight
I just add
intelligence.
what?
Probably 4 or 5, whatever it is.
Oh, I
Five.
just add my 5.
Your straight
Yeah.
intelligence, yeah.
23.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
I gotta pull up my notes.
Okay. So, you guys look around. Anzu's not really much of a hunter, but he knows how animals work. And then Ron, you do hunt, so you kind of help him, directing him on certain things. You guys do find some deer prints that are relatively fresh as you guys are kind of moving through.
Sound the horn.
What's going on? Dogs.
This dog is getting murdered.
Pretty sure it's
It's a little rat dog over here.
Rip.
I'm gonna hop on Cube and signal Bron, and I'll be like, "Let's go," and then like smack it on the ass, and yeah.
very dense forest. You do not want your horse doing that, but okay.
Okay, I'll stealthily.
Well,
sneak
it's goo,
and
though.
follow. I'll
It is
follow.
goo. It is goo.
Wait, am I able to like sink into Cube, and then Cube can like?
You just become like a,
Like an
a mech.
exoskeleton.
Yeah, like it's like a mech.
Yeah.
No. If you went inside Cube, you would get
Dissolved.
absorbed, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll just follow the prince.
Okay. I need you to make a survival check. So you guys are going along, and Anzu splits off from you.
Fuck.
Alright. Well, I'll keep
That's not good.
keep
7.
with them.
I'm assuming we all
So-
know what he's doing because that's
Okay,
like.
so the snow has
Well,
fallen more.
Hang on, I'm still helping him.
Oh, well then,
with that.
Anzu, you have advantage.
Yeah, roll it one more time.
14.
14. So the snow is falling, and a few of the tracks are covered by the snow, but you keep relatively close with the trail as you guys continue on. You're getting pretty far away from the main group, though.
I just have a quick question.
Yeah.
Abby, if your horse is named Sugar Daddy, does that mean we are currently riding Sugar Daddy?
Yeah, and you're reverse.
You're also riding.
I'm riding I'm riding Sugar Daddy reverse style.
Oh man.
I will,
All right,
I'll
just wanted to slip that one in there real quick.
It's good. Important.
Can you
Send
send
my
a message?
message. Oh yeah, I'll
To
send a
the
message
group.
to the group. I'll be like,
Yeah.
I'm looking to get Cube a Happy Meal. I'll be right back. And
Registered
then
trademark.
Who did he send that to?
Yeah,
I
who's that?
sent
Who are you
it
sending
to
that
Thea.
Damn it.
Okay.
I was gonna
And
say
then I'm gonna
respond
send
with
my
it till you
owl
get
in
a
the
toy.
air and look for the deer.
Okay.
And the hoo-hoo.
Your familiar flies up, and you look through it as Cube is trotting along. You get into the trees open up a little bit, and you get into this clearing, and you see two deer, a buck and a doe,
Fireball.
currently grazing.
Bron. What? How? Should I kill it? What do I do?
What do you normally do?
Well, this-
Just don't kill the brain. That's the only part.
I usually just burn it, I guess.
I mean, are his spells spoken? Something that he has to say, like
Depends-
shout or
depends on the
anything like
spell.
that?
Depends on the spell.
Well, I mean, I suppose if we're not using the meat for anything, besides,
I'll send a message to Cube, and I'll be like,
You can just talk to Cube.
okay, I'll talk to Cube. I'll be like, how do you like your food?
You get a response of confusion.
I'd assume raw
They usually
brain.
just eat brains raw. They don't really cook them.
Does it have to be alive?
well, I mean, we're not gonna cook the brain.
It's preferable that it is alive when it is consumed.
Savage as well.
Then I want to throw a dagger.
I want to, at the same time.
So
he's
you're
doing
about 40 feet away.
Oh, he's got
Well,
this.
Can I-
Which you could
I
throw a
think
dagger.
my range is 30 feet for a throwing dagger.
Okay, so
I
I
think
need you
it's
to make a
like-
stealth check.
Let me. Okay. 25.
Nice.
And I want to use.
Okay, so you start
Magic
slowly
missile.
stalking through.
Use magic missile at its back legs.
Yeah, I'm gonna use magic
No.
missile at its legs.
No. The goal is to keep it still living. I'm
No,
just
yeah.
going to wound.
Oh no, you go for the doe. I'll go for the buck,
Oh.
and then we can feed it double.
Yeah, then we don't have to do this for a while.
I'll go up to 60 feet.
So go ahead and make an attack roll.
Okay. Forgot my rules changed. 22 to hit.
To hit. Are you trying to do
then-
non-lethal damage?
I mean, I assumed that like normally when you're trying to hunt an animal, you like a deer in particular, you hit behind the front legs and hit it right there, and it pretty much goes down within a couple of minutes. It's not necessarily non-lethal, but the lethality of it is not going to be like cutting its
so
head
you-
off
You throw
or
your dagger, you see it go, and then it strikes the doe right in the heart, and it just falls over, and then the buck starts to run.
Oh, magic missile.
Okay.
Okay, so you cast magic missile. Let's see here.
Right for the legs.
Good thing it automatically hits.
Yeah.
So you see 3 glowing darts just shoot out. They go through the deer, like straight through him, and then he just collapses over
Oh.
in
Oh.
mid-run, falling forward.
That makes
Oh,
me sad.
Jesus.
All right,
Oh my God, this.
Gross.
I'm gonna go over
We do not
there.
advocate the gross
So
murder
savage.
of animals.
I will grab Cube and I'll just kind of like chuck him on the dough.
Oh, Cube's still a horse, so Cube just launches over, and then you see it just go like a pat of butter on pancakes, just around the deer,
Oh.
Oh boy.
Yum.
and you see Cube completely envelops this deer, and you see like the fur start to sizzle
You could ride a deer now.
and corrode
Ooh.
off,
That's right.
and then it gets down to the muscle, and then the muscle's gone, and then the skeleton's gone, and there's nothing left of the dough.
Oh my god.
Then I'll point over to the buck and I'll be like, why don't you just get the brain this time and we can, I just eat the whole thing. Go ahead, eat it.
You see a pat of butter again.
Spoil
gets the
yourself.
brain.
Just got the brain from it.
It splits the skull open, seeps in, suck noise, out.
I'll look over at
So you
Bron. I'll
guys
be
still
like,
have the buck carcass, just minus brain.
I'm gonna take the skin and turn
My
it into
brain.
a
Oh,
goat
wait.
eventually.
Hold on, I did tell them how much rations I bought in that.
Yeah,
Like,
you guys
what-
all have enough for like 3 weeks travel.
Yeah, I also told them
Oh.
all we have is rations, so like
Mm-hmm.
I also said we probably need to hunt. I said that to you only, but I was kind of like
Oh.
also saying like I would
So,
assume the whole group knows
make
what I have.
Who's trying to skin this buck?
Well, I guess
Would
better
I?
if you go.
Yeah, I mean, would I get any bonuses? Because this is how the
Yeah.
tabaxi are raised.
Yeah, you would have advantage on this.
Okay,
You've
and
done
what?
it a lot.
Is
Now,
it a
like,
dex check?
you're not used to deer, but like antelope and more
Right.
deserty sort of thing, like deer
Mhm.
family. But yeah, go ahead and do like sleight of hand, because this is like a very fine motion.
Sleight of hand.
Or survival, you can do either or.
I'll take the sleight of hand. That's a 14,
You have advantage on the
16. Oh yeah. 20.
Nice.
So, Anzu, you watch as Bron picks up the carcass and slings it over his shoulders. He carries it over to a tree, throws a rope over the tree, and then ties the rope around the neck of the deer. You then see him make an incision across the neck and start to cut the hide off. It's very fine motion. You see him cut around like the middle of the hoof of each leg. Nice little cut. And then he just starts pulling it off. You see it come off in like one fine sheet. And then all that's left is the meat of the deer, and then the head is still there. But you get a very nice pelt out of this. It's very clean. There is a giant puncture where the heart was from the magic missile. So there's a big puncture in
Like the
the
middle of it.
sides of the pelt.
Mhm.
But
Good
other
for
than
armholes.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Just
Yeah.
slip it on.
I will make Cube turn into a deer, and I'll like roll it up on him, and I will
Oh,
majestically
also the
walk back.
points of this buck. So it's like a 4-point buck. It was pretty young.
I'm
So
take it.
young, you killed him so young.
Jesus.
So you
But,
now have a stag that you ride.
I will majestically ride back on my stag.
Okay. Bron, do you want to get the meat from it?
Yeah, if I can.
Yeah, I was gonna say
That'll
we
take you
could deer
about an
jerky.
hour.
Oh boy.
Well, how long would that keep within our bag of holding?
We could eat it tonight.
My dire
Probably
wolf.
2 weeks.
Yeah, my dire wolf meat lasted about 3 weeks before it started rotting
Okay.
because of the bag of holding. It,
Now you could
yeah.
also like salt it, and that would make it better.
Yeah.
if you guys
I was
have
just thinking
salt.
I wanted at least like a couple of days, like I guess I
You
guess like story wise probably not want to eat it right away because we just got out of town. We've had nice meals already. We want to get a break from the rations. We can pull out the venison.
yeah.
And also, you don't have to work the deer now. You could just put the full like skinned carcass in the bag if you wanted.
Well, I'm not near them. You can put this. You can put the carcass on the back of Cube or a back of your horse and bring it with you.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Skin it on your way.
And toss it in there.
Well, I was just saying, Bron keeps it on his horse and just skins the deer like while he's riding.
Well, I don't.
Yeah, that works.
That
too.
wouldn't
That'd
be
be
practical.
really hard.
Yeah.
That'd be really hard to do.
That's
Skin
gonna
it-
be a lot of
skin it when-
holding. If we can throw it in the bag of holding, we're
Skin it
fine.
when we make camp.
Yeah.
Just tie it up and
Yeah.
skin it when we make camp.
Yeah.
There we go.
So now you have a deer carcass on the back. So you guys keep going. You guys eventually do catch up to the group. I would say it's probably about 4 or 5. The sun is starting to set. You guys have made it just to the edge of the bramblewood at this point.
Should we?
The beginning edge or the end edge?
The end edge, so you guys have made it through. You also see to the north of where you are a large mining structure.
Fuck that. No.
How far?
we did
How
it
far?
last.
Let me look.
Jacob's trying to be like, hey, there's a structure there to sleep in.
Yeah. Sending out the bat.
I would say
signal.
probably about 500. Yeah, probably about 50 miles away.
Oof.
Like you can barely see it.
Is it in our path, or is it like we'd have
No.
to jut?
You'd
You
Oh,
have to
okay.
head north.
Um,
Much work.
guys, what time do you think we should make camp? I'm thinking maybe just go until the lights are, or until the sun goes down and make camp
So it's
wherever
still
we can.
snowing, also.
This
Yeah.
is what I suppose.
We need to.
Let's have a little party. Okay, look, we got some deer. Okay, I have some leftover alcohol. Alright,
I also have some leftover
Our
alcohol.
Always got.
let's take a
ale.
night off. Let's have
Second
some
edge,
drugs.
okay.
What do we do?
Could use a nice
Yeah.
vacation.
A nice, maybe a nice night to relax might be a good idea
We've
after
been
everything
killing
we've been
people
through.
all day. Why don't we just lay down, eat some deer, and bullshit?
I'd like to point out you're the only person who actually killed someone today, but just a minor fact. Just a minor fact.
Some deer, not someone.
Cran.
Oh yes,
That was
Forgot
yesterday.
that one.
that was yesterday, and he's more of a cunt than a person.
I'd like to just make a note that I still have Cran's finger. I kept it.
It's an important note.
I don't know
Everybody
what I'm
jot it
gonna
down.
use.
Not his tongue, right, Zygon?
I know, I wanted it.
All right,
Damn.
I just wrote down Cran finger.
I'm gonna start getting wood for the fire.
Whoa, wait.
Got that.
Wait, I thought we were gonna ride out a little bit more and then have the party.
Oh yeah, I mean that's fine.
Well,
Let's
I mean,
go
if
like
it-
a nice
if it's-
clearance.
Yeah.
It's
Let's-
already snowing.
Well, we wanna. Well,
so
we
Snow's coming down pretty hard now. Like it's gonna. You guys
Jacob's
have
really
been
trying
sheltered
here.
by the trees,
We keep
um,
going.
but
Then do we
like,
want to stay
Through the
in
night.
woods
no.
while it snows and then venture? I don't know.
Yeah.
I have an idea. I'm gonna
Okay.
grab my castle thing.
Oh, that's actually not a bad idea. Wait,
I don't
that is.
Can you still
Ah.
do that
Anzu, hold on.
thing?
That
Yeah.
might grab a lot of attention from a lot. It's a great idea.
Fine.
Well-
We're gonna party.
In certain situations, I feel like that might
We
be
want
a
attention.
great
We
idea.
want attention.
I don't know if we want attention. I don't.
Flagon's just an enabler.
I mean, if no one can get in there, then who could?
Yeah, what is he trying to do?
Throw down.
Look
He has
out.
the little miniature fort thing that he wants to
He has a
throw.
miniature tower
And he-
that turns into a real like.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we could also just Leoman's tiny hut, but that's
Well,
not-
the-
Yeah,
so
that's what
I think the tower is like somewhere around like 10 by 12 or like 10 by
It's-
10, and it's
So
like
it's
30
20
or
feet wide, 30 feet tall.
yeah, 30 feet tall.
Yeah, 20
So
by 30. Whew. So we go
Oh,
with
wow.
the tiny hut. We can.
All right, yeah. I
We don't
will
want to make too much, and that
Tiny
can
hut
blend
party?
in, can't it?
Huh?
cast my tiny
So the
hut.
tiny hut is like a. Let me make sure. What's
I
it
know
called
that
again?
it.
Leoman's tiny hut. Says
we did this last time.
Yeah, I know it can. You can make
It's
it
one of
blend in
different
with
sizes.
the surroundings.
Yeah, you could just pick a color that's like kind of close to everything.
Probably just black since it's nighttime.
Well, it's also
Or white to
snowing.
blend in with the snow.
So Anzu, it's a dome that is 10 foot by 10 foot.
Plenty of room for.
Let's make a big ass igloo.
Yeah, that's fine for a little
much.
shindig.
So where are you gonna put the horses?
Well,
On
we
the
can
back.
be.
Hold
I don't know
on.
about the horses. Well, there's only. We have. Well, I guess we have 3 horses. Yeah, even excluding the.
If we want, we can just have whoever.
You have exactly the number that could fit in the dome comfortably.
Whoever is going to be on watch could go out with the horses during the watch.
Yeah.
9.
And I can do most of the watch because I only sleep like 4 hours. I don't even sleep.
Yeah.
1, 2.
Figure that's just my job.
Yeah, I think Bron can take the open where Thea has to leave.
Yeah, because I could do like 2 watches essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can stay in the dome and look, because they can't see you if you're in there.
Yeah, you. From what I understand, you can still see and hear everything outside. Like you can look, you can see things around you.
The outside of the dome is opaque, and the inside is transparent.
Yeah, so
when
you
go
can see
out of the
all
dome,
around.
You can't see in it, but when you're in it, you can see out of it.
Right.
Plus, I can't be surprised, so I'm down to watch the holiday.
So I think even being on watch, you can still hang out inside the dome. Just go out and like
I can be part of the party.
maybe patrol every so often.
Yeah, check out
I'm
the
gonna,
Yeah.
Jacob, I'm
Get a
gonna
smoke.
create a little fire. I'm gonna grab some branches and cast Produce Flame and create a little fire.
So you clear away the snow, dig a little fire pit, and then light the fire.
And then I'm gonna pull out the super strong alcohol that I have in the bag of holding,
Okay.
and I'm going to
Now it's a party.
I'm gonna pour like the right amount. I've poured it enough times
Little
now.
shots.
Yeah, little shots that will just get you, depending on how you are, a little tipsy, and we keep drinking from there.
Wait, how big is this jug of stuff that you have?
It's like a whiskey bottle, probably. I think
I
that's
would
what Jacob said.
Like to use enlarge on it.
Now we're talking.
Does that work?
So enlarge works on the glass, not on the liquid.
Okay.
Oh.
So I'll just
um,
pour some. I have a good amount of it. It's a pretty big glass, and I'm only pouring like little like barely shots of it every time I use it. I've only used it
Okay.
like 3 or 4 times now.
I'll start cooking the deer.
All right. So you guys kind of sit around. Who's gonna drink?
I might drink like a little bit, but then I'll
Yeah.
stop.
Mine
That
is
depends. When is Thea taking watch?
I don't know
Right
which
on
one of
the
you taking first watch.
Are you? Because you said you only need a little bit of time to rest.
My long rest is 4 hours.
I could have my
Okay.
owl do it too.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, I'm not
You
too
could have,
worried within the hut.
if
The
you
only
want to take
thing-
first watch, I can do second.
you can have Cube. You can have Cube take
Yeah,
a watch.
Yeah, Cube can take a
Cube
watch.
has to sleep too.
Cube
Ron
can
will
take
just take a
first. Well,
shot.
Cube can take first watch if he's not drinking.
Yeah.
So
Ron will
I need
take a shot.
everybody
and
that
take
is
watch.
taking a shot of this to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh,
Everybody-
yes, sir.
Here we go.
Oh,
Everybody better be taking a shot.
I'm gonna
Oh,
take
yeah,
one
that's
shot, but also Jacob, I'm gonna take off. I'm gonna honestly
Look,
take the amulet.
I got a
thing,
natural
the
one.
sword Thing. Do you remember like what level we were at when I got that? Because I'm assuming if I take that off, I'm gonna lose it. And my whole.
Yeah, so if you take it off, you'll lose the Constitution bonus.
Yeah, so I would lose
But
a
it
few hit
keeps.
points, but I don't know how many times I've leveled with it, so I don't remember how many times.
Oh
How
no, the
many-
hit points won't. Your hit points won't change.
Fuck yeah, that's awesome. Okay. That was what I was like. I was like, I don't have a fucking clue what I'm at.
I
Ron
gotta
got a 23 because he's a fucking beast.
what a champion.
And this alcohol is native to where you're from.
Ooh,
Oh
Um,
yeah,
So you had this stuff.
tastes
for a
like
while.
home.
some
Yeah.
Slayer. What is it? The
Uh,
Slayer's
okay.
take. Some Slayer's
I had a
take
good old
special.
5.
I think he's
A
talking more
5?
tabaxi
Okay.
stuff.
I got a 13.
Animus. Okay. Zygon,
19.
Anzu.
I got a natural.
Okay,
Yes.
you got a natural 1.
Let's go.
Okay, so
Meaning.
Second time.
it seems like an alcohol that maybe gnomes should take in like thimbles or caps.
Oh,
You see Anzu slam it back. You're fine. You think nothing's happening, and then your entire body goes numb. You cannot feel your fingers. You cannot feel your toes.
He's like in the middle
Nothing.
of cooking this venison. He's just like,
Oh my god. Yeah, it hits him like a freight train.
actually, I'm gonna say I'm gonna wait. I would have waited till after we already have like dinner prepared and we're like passing that around, and I would also pass around the drinks.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Zygon, what'd you roll again?
19.
You throw it back. Goes down smooth. Nothing
Oh.
seems to be. It's got a decent flavor. It's got kind of like a bitter flavor, but like hints of like kind of a honeydew kind of taste, like just
Ooh.
kind of clean tasting.
It's like a good
Quality,
IPA.
quality liquor.
Animus, you take it, and nothing really happens, and then your throat gets real warm, and then it just goes numb, and then your tongue goes numb, and the bottom jaw starts to just kind of.
I needed this.
Yeah, perfect time for roleplay.
I needed this.
I would like to cast Counterspell on Animus.
What? It's not a spell. It's not a spell.
There's no
Animus
spell.
drunk as
Oh
fuck.
yeah. Never mind.
Cast Counterspell.
So you go to cast counterspell and nothing happens. But you do use a spell slot. So
wait. I want to
yeah,
play.
you take it, and it reminds you a little bit of a drink that you would have in Singorn sometimes, but like less refined, more rustic, I guess is what you would say.
I'm a very
But
refined palate.
yeah, but it affects you kind of differently than everybody else. So you don't go numb, but you do definitely feel the effects. You're a little like, I would say buzzed.
Okay.
Nothing too severe.
I'm gonna drink. I'm gonna like watch Anzu try to cast a spell. I'm like, Anzu, what do you think?
I'll look over at him, and I'll cast Reduce.
Let me see here.
Reduce? What the fuck is going on right now?
So if it works, you go half size.
Is his
And-
intelligence high enough right now while he's drunk as shit?
Oh yeah, he can still cast stuff.
I think you're also like 1/8 of your weight.
That's amazing. I'm already 5'11".
What page is that on? Isn't it in large?
It's enlarge / reduce. Yeah, it's the same
There it is.
spell.
Okay.
Ouch.
So, Animus, I would ask you, are you willing to be reduced?
Not necessarily. I think in this moment, I don't know what's going on, but I'm not sitting there willingly accepting the reduce. So
Okay, make a Constitution saving throw.
okay, that wasn't good. It was a 9.
So, you see Anzu kind of garble his words a little bit, and then you see him start to shrink,
Who?
and he is now a foot tall.
Me?
No.
Anzu?
Yeah.
Can I use magic hand to pick me up and like carry me around?
You would be too heavy for the mage.
That's so
Oh.
funny.
Well, he's only 1/8 of his weight,
That's true. I only weigh 33 pounds.
Can I take out
so he's
some,
like 5 pounds.
He's 4 pounds.
Yeah.
Can I take out some?
Yeah, mage hand could lift you. Yeah.
You can fly.
So he's just like flying around.
It's like the Super Smash Man. Just like, ooh.
Oh my god, can I use thaumaturgy? Like ones and
What?
something? What?
It
What
what?
did you want to do?
Oh, use thaumaturgy to make like a lot of wind and make it look like he's like.
He's like,
Yeah, you do that. You see
My
his
gosh.
cloak fly back. He's doing the King of the World pose from Titanic.
that's so great. I'd like to, while the effects kind of like wear off throughout the night, I want to start passing around some halfling weed and like stack my pipe with it. Start letting some people get some hits on
Jeez,
that.
guy.
We're having a
Okay.
good time. It's not. Well, halfling weed's not something you got to roll for. It's just it mellows you out. It's not. It doesn't have any effects.
Yeah, it's yeah.
It's just a mellow.
Who's taking
weed.
first watch?
Bron was.
Okay.
I'm gonna
So-
use that time.
He took his shot of alcohol and then basically
Yeah.
stepped out.
So as you step out, the smoke in the dome is starting to get kind of thicker from the campfire.
Mhm.
You guys
You're gonna
cook
die of carbon
about
monoxide
half the
poisoning.
deer. The other half you put inside the bag of holding. I need you to make a perception check.
Okay. $12.
12. So you start, you get up in a tree and you're just kind of sitting there and you're looking out as the snow's coming down. And then off in the distance, you see, like this large mass. It's kind of moving across the plains. I would say miles and miles away. Like the only reason you can see it is because it's so flat here.
Mhm.
But you can't quite make out what it is.
Is it moving towards us?
No, it's just kind of, it's going parallel to you guys.
Okay.
It's heading south. It would
So
be
is it
heading
like on the
in-
main road while we are off to the side on
No,
the...
there is no roads out here.
Okay.
So it is heading south towards the By Hills River, which you guys are northeast of currently.
And how far away is it?
I would say probably 600 to 1,000 feet. Pretty far.
Okay. I'm not gonna worry about it then.
I could dimension door us there.
You're passed out.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
at this point, the reduce fades away, and you see Anzu just face first in the dirt, with Cube kind of just like, with like this weird like jelly hand just patting him on the back, making sure he's okay.
Making sure you-
Cube eventually flips over Anzu so that if he does vomit, he's not going to drown,
Nice.
which is what
It's a good
friends
friend
do.
right there.
Yeah.
Real friends.
I was gonna say that while Bron's taking his watch, I'm doing my meditating or whatever the fuck I
Yeah,
do.
you're resting. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm resting.
I'm aligning my chakras. But yeah, so that's basically all that you hear. You of course hear owls and wolves. The snow continues to fall. It's falling at a pretty heavy rate. Like just in your watch over these few hours, there's probably been 2 inches of snow.
Is it like piling on top of the hut?
Yeah. So like it's starting to look like an igloo, kind of like an unpacked igloo. How long does hut last, by the way?
8 hours.
8 hours, yeah.
Ooh, fun. Okay.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh my God.
So that's the end of Bron's watch. He comes back in.
Jacob, do you want to take a 5-minute break before starting Thea's watch? Does anyone need a little quick break?
If you guys need to take a break, we can. It's up to
I
you.
wouldn't mind. I kind of pee.
All right.
Yeah, I gotta
We'll
run
So
my
take-
we're
wire
gonna take a
real fast.
5-minute break, and we'll be back, and we'll continue.
And we're back.
And we're back. Thanks everybody who stuck around. Sorry, we got to take those breaks. We got some players who are drinking some alcohol, and sometimes it gets to you.
But
My bladder is very
All right. So, Thea, it's your watch.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to make a perception check.
Okay. Try this new one. Oh, that was so bad. 1 second. Your dice are not doing me too good. Oh, that's still 17. I rolled a natural 4.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, she has really good perception.
Okay.
So you're just kind of sitting around looking out. The snow's continuing to fall. You then hear a distant howl of what you assume is a wolf,
Okay.
and then another one, and then another one, and then like 20 more,
Nice.
How close
and
to
then
Oh my.
it's pretty far off. The wind is blowing in your direction, so the sound is coming towards you.
Okay.
But you listen to it, and knowing what you know about the woods and nature, excuse me, these aren't the sounds that wolves normally make. It's a little bit deeper. It's a little bit more guttural. It's more. There's something more to it. Like it's like a call and response thing, but it just seems like it's more structured than just wolves howling.
Okay. Interesting.
It's the only thing you could be.
Can I tell like how far away it sounds? Like, is it not getting
Miles.
closer?
Miles.
Okay.
And it's getting softer as you listen.
Okay. So I don't need to. I'm gonna still pull out my short bow and like knock an arrow or something.
Yeah.
Just to be safe. Maybe put some. Oh, I'm gonna dip an arrow in the hydro venom that I have, and then I don't really even need to do that, but just
Worth it.
I can do that magically.
Just be
Yeah.
extremely careful when you put that arrow away. Don't forget which one it is.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll like fade away.
Nothing else really strikes you while you're watching. You do see the sun begin to rise, and the clouds begin to dissipate. And then you see the dome start to kind of like flicker a little, and then it goes away. Everybody that's sleeping under the dome, snow just comes crashing down on
No.
you.
Well, that's a wake up call right there.
That's fucking funny.
Enzu,
Crawl out.
Enzu, fucking recast that shit. Recast it. Hurry. Oh god.
Okay.
You're
So
not.
everybody regains their spell slots, and any hit dice they're missing, they can heal.
Hey.
Is it over then? Is the long rest over?
Was
Yeah,
even
that was a long run.
Okay.
Was it? Oh, okay. Cool.
Nice.
Another day on the road.
Another day. Let's hop up on those horses and start on up.
You see Cube is now like a kind of like a light blue color and is like jiggling.
How often does that thing have to eat?
I think it's
Does a
just,
human have to eat?
I mean, you fed him twice yesterday, so go ahead and ask him. I
You
guess.
do notice that Cube is a little bit bigger today.
Oh man.
He has grown.
I don't know how
I'll
good that
ask
is.
Cube and I'll be like, hey, what's wrong?
So Cube is probably the size of like a small to medium-sized house cat.
So he's like
Whereas-
he's like a microwave.
Yeah,
Size.
whereas yesterday Cube was about the size of like a hamster.
Oh my gosh, that's a big difference.
That's
That's
a
a
no.
lot.
That's a pass.
I'll
That's
put
a holy
Cube,
shit.
I'll put Cube back on my arm.
So now Cube that was like to your wrist is now on your entire arm.
Look.
Oh. Well,
Keep feeding it.
let's see where this goes, boys.
That guy is like the literal devil on the shoulder.
Anzu, are you sure that thing is still gonna be safe as we continue? It's looking pretty big today.
You know, we all
Cube
go
comes
through-
up from Anzu's shoulder like he's got a second head
No.
as you're looking at you.
Ooh.
Is everything okay, Cube? Oh, good.
Oh,
lord.
good. Okay, awesome. Yeah,
I'll give him a little
I'm
pet
gonna
like
whisper to Thea.
We gotta. If that
Your
thing
finger
gets out of
kinda
control, we
seeps
gotta
in
kill it.
as you're digging.
What'd you say?
If,
If it gets out of control, we gotta kill that thing.
that was stage whisper.
Okay.
All right, you guys get the horses ready. The snow's let up now. You do see that there's about like 3 to 4 inches of snow, like a pretty sizable amount for one
It's
day.
not bad.
Is it gonna impede our movement at all?
Well, now you're in kind of the flat part. You're in the valley, so not too bad.
I could just reduce myself and fly away.
Uh,
You can't fly.
Damn
With
it.
the little hand. Just
I forgot to do something while we were camping, but it's cool.
What'd you want to do?
I wanted to search for mushrooms and like herbs, so I could do that next time.
You can do that while you're traveling too.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah, just
I'll,
kind of look.
yeah, I'll keep an eye out, but I'll do like a more extensive search when we get back to like our next camp out.
Can I like help him while we're like
Yeah, you could.
riding so he gets advantage?
Oh yeah, so I'm gonna pull out the book of toxicology. I would assume I read it on pretty much the whole thing on the journey yesterday.
Yeah, so it's broken up into sections of like different regions. In the plains area, there's not a ton of stuff you can use that is plant based. There's a few like lizards and snakes and stuff that you can.
Well, are we in the forest or the plains right now?
You're in the plains
Don't
now.
like that.
Okay. So, yeah. I guess I just told Thea while I was reading, like, to check out for like certain items in the book that might be helpful
Okay.
for us. So I'm just actively kind of like, I wouldn't say I'm like always looking for specific things, but I'm like kind of keeping an eye out
You're
while
just
we.
scanning.
Yeah, I'm just scanning while we ride. There's not, I mean, scanning anyway because you want to scan for enemies, but like I'm not specifically looking for any specific thing.
Okay. So as you guys are going along, you get into kind of these thickish fields, just unkept land. Like it looks like this land is not heavily used. And I need Zygon to make a perception check.
Okay.
That's a nervous okay.
You said it suspiciously though, so
Also, just as a note, I think my passive perception is like 19 now. So
That's really high.
mine's at an 18. Gosh dang it.
I rolled an 8.
You hear a rustling off to the side.
I actually need to look this up.
Okay, I'm gonna
And,
look over there. I won't raise any alarms or anything.
Yeah, so you see that the grass is too high to see what is rustling in it.
Okay. I'm gonna pull out
I would
the
say
old
the grass
trusty
is probably
bone
5
saw.
feet. You're gonna
And
what?
hold on to corduroy. I'm gonna pull out my bone saw and hold on to corduroy real tight.
Okay,
the bone saw.
nice. So the rustling gets closer to you guys, and you guys are like on like a nice, like, whatever horse is in the front is kind of pressing the grass down so that you guys have like a straight path. You guys are going single file. The rustling gets in front of you, Zygon, and then you see 2 heads poke out and look up at you, and it's the faces of it's owl faces. So you see the beady eyes and the beak, but they're like owls don't look. Why are owls?
Something's not right there. Yeah.
There's a disturbance in the force.
And I would say they're
Well,
about 3 feet, like 3 feet. So like the grass is they're more above the grass than below the grass.
Are they
You also
owls or
have
they
never
owl
heard of a
people?
3-foot owl.
Right. Say hello.
They just look at you and they do.
Are we all seeing this at this point, or?
Yeah, so Zygon's in the back, so he stops to look at these things.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna call out to Animas and ask if they're friends of his.
Jacob, do I know what have I ever seen or like
Classist.
do I know kind of like what these are at all?
These are owlbear cubs.
Aww.
Let's kill him.
Oh, God.
We need to get.
Saigon.
Yeah, there's probably a mother.
Those are
Yeah.
cubs. We may want to either move on. I don't really want to kill the mother of young cubs, but
Start to see this larger rustling
Go.
off to the
All
side.
right, let's go. Go, 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 go.
All right, so you guys start going faster.
Yep.
It's hard to hang on to Sugar Daddy as you're riding reverse Animas. But you do.
I'm
Jeez.
in it.
the jokes.
I'm
Okay,
really glad we did that.
but yeah, you guys get out of there. So you continue to travel. The sun is about midway through the sky at this point. You guys got up basically at dawn, so you've been traveling for probably 5 hours. Thighs starting to hurt a little bit from the horseback riding.
Except
Up and
Hunter's,
down
this is made of
motion.
jelly.
Sure, yeah, good match.
But I need Bron to make a perception check.
21.
So you see off to the side these two figures, these two cloaked figures. They're just kind of walking. So you guys are going this way, and then they're coming from this way. So you guys eventually will cross, and they do see you.
Okay.
They're wearing black cloaks, kind of thick cloaks because you know it's winter.
Yeah.
One of them is wearing a lighter cloak than the other one, though. One has like black feathers like around the hood and on the cuffs, and then the other one is wearing more of like a streamlined cloak. And he has 2 swords on his back.
My kind of dude.
Jacob, don't do this to us.
We're gonna get
But yeah, you guys are going along, and you see them, and they both kind of just look at you, and they stop
Okay.
where they are.
Of course they
I'll
stop
just
where
give
they
a
are.
friendly little wave. as
They
we
wave
keep on
back.
trot.
You do notice that one of them is a tabaxi, the one with 2 swords.
Oh no,
Is a
Abby, no, Abby,
Oh my
no.
God.
We
The
can't.
other one is a kinku.
What the fuck is up with me seeing kinkus right now? This
Yeah.
is blowing my mind.
So the feathers that were on the cuffs and the hood, those aren't actual like feathers of the cloak. They're
Yeah,
They're
from the
the feathers of
creature.
the person.
Yeah.
Shit's got that. Very bad.
They just give you a wave.
Fucking Traxar. God damn it.
Cats off.
I need you to make an investigation check, Bron.
Oh jeez.
God damn it.
11.
So, you're looking at these two, and you see the swords on this guy's back, and you see that one of them, the hilt is like super thin, whereas the other one is kind of more of like a thicker hilt.
Mm-hmm.
And the sword width, like one of them is what looks like probably like a broadsword. The other one looks more like a rapier, and they're connected together by this red ribbon. And you recognize these from that book that you got.
Oh.
This is one of the 7 legendary swords that was created.
Oh.
Yeah.
Which one was they function as a pair as one
Yeah,
of the 7?
they're connected by a ribbon, like a really thick, like red ribbon.
Oh.
You recognize the ribbon itself is a very advanced dwarven technique. They imbue magic into a ribbon that is essentially unbreakable, and they used it mainly to trick people, basically, into binding themselves. You would tie the ribbon around their wrists, and they would think they could break it easily, but it's actually stronger than most materials.
Okay. What's the Well, if I've read the book, then I would, and I recognize the blades.
Yeah.
What is the name of them?
Gosh dang
Or
it, Michael,
it.
of course you did.
Well, I mean, if I'm going to ask him,
Yeah,
anything
so-
about this thing.
One
we
of
start-
them is gosh dang, one of them is called Crusher, and then the other one is called Silk.
It's very,
Uh,
some nice names for swords.
But together,
So-
they're one. So it's like Silk Crusher or Crusher Silk. It doesn't really.
Mhm.
People don't
It's Crusher Silk.
Silk
The-
Crusher. That
it's-
sounds like a really
It's the
bad,
most
like, 90s
legendary
rock band.
combo of all time. If you mess
Oh,
with
man.
Crusher, you're gonna get the Silk.
I think I prefer
Okay.
the silk.
Well, after I
It's
think after
alright.
recognizing the blade, I'm gonna like make a note. Well, not make a note, but kind of like stop in my tracks to take a closer look to see if that's actually what I'm seeing, because this isn't like some casual magical blade. This is a well-known thing, and without getting off of my horse, I think I'll draw Rose's Thorn and say, because what was the name of the dwarven smith? Because I don't remember. Because you have
His
the
name. His
Daryl.
name is not mentioned in the book.
Did he
just
have
called-
like an alias or like a
Yeah,
or
they
something
called
like
him
that?
the Godsmith.
oh
Wow.
He was also
okay.
known. Hang on, let me.
A little full of himself.
Oh,
I don't remember the name.
People call me the Godsmith. Who?
Yeah,
Who
I'm
are
not
these
pretending
people?
at all.
I'm Gooper.
Like people or like you?
Yeah.
Where
I'm
was
gonna
it?
guess we're all stopped at this point.
We're all stopped
I'm trying to
staring at
remember
them.
Which one was?
Yeah.
Hang on. Ah, yeah, the Allhammer. So he was sometimes called the Hand of the Allhammer.
Oh
The
shit.
Hand of the Allhammer.
Yeah.
That's like a big deal.
I don't know. That seems made up
Okay. So
too. Seems pretty cocky. I don't know.
so
So
I'll
you guys
draw.
know that the Allhammer is like the god of smithing and craftsmanship.
But do we know what's going through his mind right now? Because he's not saying any of these thoughts out loud. We don't know what these swords are.
Well,
No,
I
no,
haven't said
why the
anything
fuck
yet.
is this
All
You
I
see these people kind of stand there and acknowledge Bron, and then Bron kind of stops.
So I draw Rose's Thorn, and I look straight at the tabaxi, and I say, "Are
He
you?"
goes for one of his swords. Well, actually, you would go.
Well,
for both.
I'm when I draw the blade, I'm holding it out like sideways, like this, not like pointing it at him, and just so he can see the blade itself, and ask, "Are you a fan of the Godsmith as well?"
Oof.
Don't really know who you're talking about.
No, I
but,
remember this
that is a
voice.
nice blade.
Yeah.
Right.
Oof.
He's a smith that made the weapons you wield.
I hope he
Where-
wasn't the one I killed for them.
Where did you come across them?
I don't know. I like to keep things a little close to the chest.
Hmm.
I don't know who you are. Let's just say I got them passing through somewhere.
Fair enough.
Are we gonna have a problem
Okay.
here, or
These are the guys that
No, I'm-
caused us a problem when we met the dog people.
You know them?
Did you say that out loud, or are you just saying that as a?
I'm just
like
saying
remember?
that to the group. Like, that's who they are. They're the ones that got us.
Yeah, no,
when
yeah.
you guys were mistaken in that town before you got to Western?
Do we
Sorry, I'm
all
sticking
do we all
to
pick up
facts.
on that? Do we all pick up on that?
Yeah. I
They're
mean,
within earshot.
I think
Yeah,
that was the
Everyone but
devil.
Lochnar.
I don't understand.
Yeah.
What happened?
So, you guys went through this small town, and they stopped them before they got in, saying that there were reports of a Tabaxi and Kinku who had been kind of coming into villages and pillaging and stuff, and they were affiliated with the class.
And we don't like the class.
Yeah, I mean that was my first introduction with
Mary,
you guys. Was the class was fucking with us.
So I want to start whispering everyone about who they are, and
I think we all probably acknowledge that we know. Well,
We'll
because
piece it together,
yeah,
except for Lochnar. He's just kind of standing there. Doesn't really know what's
Still
going on.
confused about there being multiple Anzus back in.
Yeah, still like,
he's like 3 episodes back still. He's like, wait, man,
yeah.
there were definitely 2 Anzus.
And then he's like, but there's also 2 Lochmars because of cute.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's throwing him for a big
Existential
his brain
crisis.
Can't even get to that. Like,
He's like, which one am I?
am I the real one?
well, do we want to get
The
another?
real Lochmar.
Are we gonna get another?
Yeah. So what are you guys doing? Because Bron is just like totally out of the loop on this.
I mean, I might like grab for the like hilt of my dagger, but I'm not gonna fucking do anything. I might
I'll
just, like,
message.
hold it.
Yeah, I'll message Bron and tell him our experience with them and how they've been looting villages.
I mean, Bron was with you
Yeah.
when you guys were stopped.
Yeah, that was out. That was
Oh,
that
wait,
was
yeah,
right.
that's
Yeah,
why.
Yeah, you guys are
Yeah,
seeing and hearing all of this.
that was right after we did the job in Whitestone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I'm prepared to fight. I mean,
Bron, are these friends of yours?
No, I just I recognize the blades.
Interesting.
They're quite famous.
If you could find out who they are, they do match a description of a certain people that we may have heard of that may have caused us a few issues back in.
Well, I mean, at this point, we're all I would say within like 20 feet of each other.
Oh, I know.
Like,
I'm asking. You're interacting with them, so I'm asking you
Yeah.
to figure it out. I'm just
Oh,
gonna sit.
okay,
I'm gonna
gotcha,
sit back because
gotcha.
you already have like this thing going on with the swords. So I'm just gonna like be
Mhm.
like,
Mhm.
hey, you figure it out.
Okay.
This is it.
And Hunter, you said you were gonna use message or something.
yeah, I can use message to relay like a plan. If we want to.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Okay, well,
give me one of these.
I think we're gonna move on. Have a
well, if
nice
you would
day.
hold on for just a moment, I'm a huge fan of good duelists, and especially the blades. I just have to test it out. Would you humor me?
You hear a low grumbling that almost sounds like purring. It sounds like a cat purring. And you see he draws the blades. So Crusher is this large, like, curved blade that it doesn't have an edge to it. It looks like just like a giant mallet sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then Silk, you don't see a blade. And then the light catches it, and you see that there's a very, very thin glass-like blade coming from the hilt. It's very hard to see.
Interesting.
The Kinku next to him just kind of looks and backs off a little bit.
Can I see if there's any markings on him at all, or like anything that I might notice?
Any markings on which one?
The Kinku. Like,
Kinku? Pretty well covered. You can't really see anything. You do see that one of the eyes is white.
okay. Does
they're
he not?
blind
Does he have
in
any?
one eye.
Does he have any scars like showing at all?
There's a scar that goes across the eye.
Okay.
Other than that, no. None that you can visibly see.
Okay.
the Tabaxi just starts stretching. He's kind of rolling his shoulders with his blades in his hands. Well, are we doing this?
Yeah. I'm gonna take take the hat off, shrug the trench coat off, and draw my
He drops
blades.
his coat as well. It's like full on anime going on.
Oh boy.
It's gonna be good.
So you get off your horse.
Yeah.
Okay, I need Bron to roll initiative.
Alright.
I'm gonna go Pete
Let's
for
jump him.
swords.
Nope. Gonna.
Let me get my Traxar sheet out.
Traxar.
I forgot to update his stats too.
As this is
Okay.
happening, can I just like touch Bron's shoulder and cast resistance on him?
Bron, would you accept that spell?
I would not. I would see her start to, like, help me out and just, like, no, it's okay.
Okay,
Okay.
just trying to help.
So you guys are in this
I never
field
used
that is covered in snow, and he's kind of measuring you up. He's swinging the sword back and forth. He's kind of just holding the other one in his right hand. What'd you roll for initiative?
Bad.
What did you roll?
It was a natural one,
Ooh,
but I
okay.
decided to keep that because nothing happens with the initiative stuff. I'll just go second, but I'll
Okay.
play it off cool.
Okay. So, so you guys are kind of measuring each other up, and then you see with incredible speed this tabaxi just come up, and he ducks low and tries to swing at you with the crusher part of his blade or his swords. What's your armor class?
17.
He hits.
Damn.
So he deals. Yeah. He deals 14 damage to you.
Okay.
The bell-like structure of the sword crashes into your chest, and you get hit, and it feels like you're being hit by more of like a hammer than a sword. There's no slashing damage. This is bludgeoning damage as it
Okay.
hits you. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
That helped.
I'll be right back.
I'm to be so bad, but I gotta stay. I gotta know what's happening. I'm so invested. Traxar.
15.
15.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you feel the blow, and then you're kind of standing there, kind of collecting yourself, and you feel your body start to vibrate a little. Let me see here. Nope, that's too far. I gotta look up a stat.
I'll go ahead also using the reaction to uncanny dodge that, so I take half.
Okay. So the blow still hits you.
Right.
I gotta look up a monk stat real quick.
Oh boy. Sounds like a stunning strike type situation.
And then he is going to use his bonus action to disengage with you. So he gets about 20 feet of distance between the two of you.
I
so
thought
your
you could
body
only
is...
move 5 feet when you disengage.
Yeah, that's right. Never mind. Yeah, he backs up.
Okay.
He kind of gets some
Not that
distance
it
away.
makes that big of a difference in this situation, but
Does that
Yeah.
mean you get the attack of opportunity?
no, that's why he had to use his bonus action to do it. Yeah, disengage is a specific thing where they can't get attacks on you.
Okay. It's now your turn.
Alright. Not bad.
Fuck him
Let's see some
up.
more.
Get him.
I'm going to...
The two tabaxi are just smiling at each other. So you see that this tabaxi, he looks more like a panther, whereas Bron looks like a tiger.
So they don't look
He's
that
got
similar.
like rounded ears on top. Whoa. Ow. I'm just hurting myself. Rounded ears on top. Scars across his face, like in different places. But yeah, just looks like that.
Oh my gosh, which one's which?
One of them's white.
I know.
Pretty well scarred.
It was a joke.
That's a 17 to hit with Sword of Efreet.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
And then, let's see. These are not. That is not good. That's 4 ones.
Yeah.
Ooh.
19.
19 damage. Okay.
Yeah. And
It's not good, guys. I just dealt 19 damage with one
Yeah.
attack.
it was 4 ones. That's bad.
Lol.
All right. So that's your first attack.
Yeah. This one will be a little bit better. Let's see what the Godsmith's got for me. 16 to hit.
That does not hit.
Oh.
So you slash him across, and the burn kind of creeps across his chest a little bit, and then he backs up out of the second blow. Okay. It is now his turn. So you
Alright.
see him kind of stand there for a second, and he slams Crusher into the ground, and then you
Okay.
see him focus on Silk. You see a wave start to envelop the sword, and it starts to make this low humming noise, and your body is still vibrating, and the two vibrations start to resonate, and you feel the vibration in your body start to go harder. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Much better. 23.
23. Okay. So you take... You take 9 points of... You take 9 points of... I guess bludgeoning damage would be what would happen. But you feel your body start to vibrate at an extreme rate. Oh, wait. Hang on. Oh, okay. I only rolled 4 when I should have rolled 5 dice.
Rip. More damage.
Yeah, it was 9
Take
plus.
13. You take 13
Okay.
points of damage. My bad. And you see this vibration starts to stop, and then your body stops vibrating.
Okay.
What do you think? Are you feeling it yet?
I'm intrigued.
Well, then come on then.
Got my numbers here.
It is your turn.
Yes. Now that I'm all warmed up, let's see what I can do. 22 to hit.
Hit.
Oh,
Nice.
Drop it. Yeah, this one's gonna hurt. That's a lot better. $32 damage.
Damn.
Okay, he's gonna use Uncanny Dodge.
Mm-hmm.
Take 16. Sometime. Alright. How much damage did I say? 12?
No, it was 16. It was 32
16.
total.
Okay.
Yeah, so you take 16.
Okay.
Okay, now for the offhand Rose's Thorn. 17.
That does not hit.
It hit before? That
No,
was
you
my
rolled a
first
17.
attack.
I
My
thought you
first
rolled
attack in the...
I thought you rolled an 18.
No, the first attack
His
was
armor
a
class is an
17 and then
18.
a 16. Oof.
Oh. Well, That's a DM oopsie. Because his armor class is 18.
Okay.
Um,
Well, that's fine.
Okay. We'll say that you got that
Um,
first hit in because I was an idiot. Okay.
We got one.
We got him! Okay. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. It is his turn.
Yep.
He's going to stab at you with silk. He misses. So he goes to stab at you, and you dodge out of the way, kind of instinctively knowing where the blade is, because you can't quite see it.
Right.
But as he goes to stab you, the light catches it, and you dodge out of the way of the blade. He then tries to crack you with Crusher again. Okay. What was your armor class again?
17.
Okay, that hit.
Okay.
So you take...
Con save again.
Yeah. You take 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
11 on the save,
Okay, so you fail the save.
and then I'll
Your body begins
uncanny
once
dodge
again
the
to vibrate.
12.
Yeah, so you take 6. So everybody, as an outside observer, you're seeing these two master swordsmen kind of duck in and out of each other's blows. Each landing hits. Traxar on the outside looks more injured, like he's bleeding more, but that's more the nature of the weapons.
Mm-hmm.
We all
You
know
also
Bron.
notice the Kinku is kind of just standing there watching, kind of indifferent, not cheering, not like invested, just kind of like, oh, are we done with this yet, sort of thing. It is now
Bron's
Bron's turn.
Fired up. Wild look in his eyes.
Yeah, you've never seen this much emotion come from Bron before.
It's
And I start going like,
24.
And then
Yeah,
you-
you start
you
cheering.
make it sound like a
24
bit
hits.
before saying it.
Oh yeah.
Bron.
I mean, at least Afrida's kicking his ass.
Yeah, you're hitting with that one.
Start
Yeah.
dancing around. Bron.
Yeah.
And if you hit with
I think commentary to make it sound like a bunch of people are chanting Bron.
if you hit with
That's
Rose's
a-
Thorn, I think it does extra damage every turn.
Yeah, it poisons them. That's a 32 again.
2.
With Afrida. Oh man.
He's gonna uncanny dodge.
Rip.
Okay, another 16. Okay, come on, Rose's Thorn. First time I used it, it keeps missing. Natural 20.
Okay, go ahead and roll. your
That'll
damage.
work.
That's
Hell
a
yeah.
critical, isn't it?
That'll work.
Yeah, that's a crit.
I'm gonna
Hell
cast Conjure Animals and cast a giant crowd of other smaller ravens. And we're all going Bron.
So that one just doubles the dice, so I'll just roll that first. That's a 3, so 6 plus... $25, so that's 31.
31 damage.
And then
Okay.
that's Rose's Thorn, so a piece of the blade breaks off in his body.
So you see, as you're withdrawing the blade, you kind of crack it, and part of the sword breaks off, and you see from the wound a small black rose sprouts from the wound, like it's in his body.
Oof, it's badass.
How much damage was that? You said
That was 31?
31 damage.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm
Doesn't
trying to
have
look
the
up
extra
stats
2d6.
for Rose's Thorn.
I have it. It was a d6 of poison
I found
damage. It's a d8
Okay,
plus a
1d6.
d6 of poison damage.
I spelled poison wrong.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know how to spell that word. I've seen it forever. Like
It's an
in
O.
Pokemon, and I just can't
Yeah.
remember it.
Jacob,
Okay.
I really
Uh,
feel like spelling poison should be a pretty simple thing.
Hey, Caleb, I'm terrible at spelling, so shut up.
He's bad
Okay.
at zeros, and
Yeah,
an O is close to a 0, so we'll call it that.
Oh no.
Okay,
Jason.
so it's Traxar's turn. He's gonna try and hit you with silk. He hits. Ooh, wait.
Do we officially know his name yet, or Or are
No,
you just saying
you don't know
that?
it's Traxxar.
Okay.
You guys
I'm
know
just
it's
saying-
Traxxar.
But I
I'm saying it
know.
for the audience.
Yeah.
I'm
Uh,
still pissed that Traxxar lived through my one shot.
Well, I mean,
I worked
Yeah,
maybe
it gets
so
Bron
hard.
will accidentally redeem him.
God,
Okay.
I was so pissed.
And he does not crit you, but he does stab you with silk.
Okay.
He stabs you in the arm, and you feel this weird sensation as the flesh around the wound begins to chip and crack as if it is glass. So
Oh,
you
no.
see, as he pulls the blade out, your arm the fur on your arm starts to go like glass-like.
Oh.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. 21.
21. Okay, so you kind of shake your arm and the glass shatters off. You still take
That'll be a good scar.
6 points of damage.
Okay.
And did I roll the sword? Oh, I forgot to roll the actual sword damage too.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
You take 19 points of piercing damage.
I'm gonna dodge that. So
Yeah.
10 plus the 6, so 16.
16 total. And then he is going to try and slam you over the head with Crusher. He does not hit.
Rip.
So as you're shaking off your arm, you see the giant bludgeoning blade come down, and you narrowly dodge out of the way, him striking the ground. And you see as he strikes the ground, there's like an impact crater that shoots out fissures, like, or as far as you can see. The ground actually shakes as he smacks it.
Jeez. Alright. Counterattack. Sword of Efreet. 16 to hit.
That does not hit.
I'm gonna use one of my lucks to try and re-roll that. Because I know it wasn't gonna
Yeah.
hit. That's lower. That's a 15. So that's alright.
You try and correct as you're swinging the sword, knowing that he's dancing you, and you overcorrect and swing past him.
Yeah. Okay. And then the poison damage, is that on his turn or my turn?
It's on his turn.
This is definitely
Okay,
an
so
intense
the
duel.
D6, I'll roll the
Right.
D6 for his turn. That's a 6.
You see the flower actually. So you stabbed him somewhere, like we'll say, like in the abdomen somewhere. You see the flower. It starts out as a bud, and now it is starting to bloom as you see his breath kind of.
Yeah. Alright. Then I whiffed with an upswing from the Sword of Efreet, so now I'll use Rose's Thorn again to come in. And 19.
Bron.
19 hits.
Bron.
So that is only 4 of those.
There's definitely an actual crowd of small birds going Bron.
Yeah, there's a bunch of ravens flying around.
It's a 19 damage.
19 damage.
Yep.
Okay, he's gonna use Uncanny Dodge, so he takes 8. Okay. You see in the stab wound that you made on his shoulder, another rose begins to blossom.
So because there wasn't that much description on it, is that going to be a stacking thing? So now it's 2d6 each turn. Okay.
2d6.
Okay.
This sword is really, yeah. It's stack. You don't know the limit to the stack, but you know it does.
Right.
This is there are 7
good
legendary
test.
swords. This is one of them, and then Traxxar has another one of them, and there's 5 more that you haven't seen before.
Yeah.
Okay, so that triggers at the end of his turn.
Yes.
So it is his turn.
Mm-hmm.
Your body is still vibrating from the
Mhm.
previous Crusher blow.
Yeah.
He slams
Oh,
Crusher. with-
wait. Before the end of my turn, I want to use my bonus action to use Second Wind.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. So I get a
That
D10 of health
might
back, and
change
you
what
can go
happens
ahead.
here.
Oh. 10. That's a 2. I get 2
You
health
heal
back.
2?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, that doesn't change what happens here, maybe. Okay. So I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. He
Okay.
slams Crusher into the ground, and then you see the waveform start to form again on
23.
Silk. 23.
These con saves are
Okay.
on point.
Okay, so you take.
Didn't even need that resistance.
That's not. You take 15 points of damage as your body continues to vibrate, and you feel the bones start to get cracked. You feel your ribs start cracking.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
Okay. And then
He is then. Look at his abilities.
I'm gonna uncanny dodge that one.
Okay,
So I take 8 instead of 15.
you took a fourth of that damage. That was 29 damage.
Oof.
It's so that effect is 5d10,
Jesus.
but it takes his whole turn. So
Oh.
poison.
2d6. 7 total.
Okay, so he does that effect, and then the roses they bloom on his body. And you see these two black roses, one sticking out of his abdomen, the other one sticking out of his shoulder, and he goes down to one knee.
Oof. Got him.
He smiles up at you. Well played. And then he rips the flowers out of himself, and he falls forward, unconscious.
Oh.
Take the sword.
Oh.
The Kingu then comes in front of you. That was very well fought, but I'm afraid we must go. And then you see the shimmering doorway. And the two
No.
of them disappear.
I'll cast counterspell.
Okay. Let me see here.
Oh, we love this.
DM's worst nightmare, counterspell.
I hate counterspell.
Oh boy.
Broken. Like it's
Yep.
such a broken spell.
But it's
Uh,
also amazing when it helps us out.
you know what, Anzu? Let me check what this is. Like level wise, because you might have to roll, and if you do have to roll, you're gonna have disadvantage because you're hungover.
Oh, rip.
Okay, Anthony, remember, I want those counter spell spells.
That's fair.
Yeah.
It's a fair
You gotta-
point. You did
you gotta,
roll.
roll.
I
roll
hate
for
my
it.
life.
Anzu. The
Okay.
birds switched their
Anzu.
Anzu.
I used
Okay.
thaumaturgy to switch it to Anzu.
Can't even relish the
roll
victory.
this save with disadvantage.
Alright.
Get that save.
Okay, Alan 17.
Drop my whole fucking book.
That's 21.
17.
Oh.
Oh boy.
He's going to try and counterspell.
The counter spell.
Oh my god.
So you roll a 17.
Wouldn't that be casting like 2 spells at the same time?
Yeah, so one is a reaction, and then the other one is instantaneous. So they're
Yeah.
technically two different spell speeds.
Okay.
Um,
I haven't really played much of a caster, so.
Yeah, I don't have
he
access to.
counterspells your counterspell.
Oh no!
Damn.
Quick,
I
counterspell, his
that
counterspell!
Alright, Brady, it's your turn.
Just let him. Just
I want in. I want
Just a
in.
line of counterspells.
just let him go.
Brady wants in.
I want in.
Did you counterspell?
This is gonna be.
Yeah,
I'm
Brady,
going
go
to
ahead.
cast it.
Oh my god! Counterspell the counterspell, counterspelling the
Okay,
counterspell that's
okay.
counterspelling
It's
the
like playing
dimension
Magic,
door.
like a mirror match. between
Yeah,
two
let's
players.
let's start writing down on paper how far down we're going on this.
It's a 16.
That does not work.
No.
Ripperoni and cheese.
So
I did my best.
the
I
king
cast
appearing at the
counterspell.
door, smiles in front of you. Maybe next time, and then he's gone.
Why does he have the most punchable voice? Just makes me want to
Right,
punch him in the
every
face.
He can only
Every
go
time.
500 feet. Where did he go?
Jacob makes these characters that just makes me want to just like
Make a perception check.
beat
Make
someone
an
Go
else.
that
investigation
far.
check.
Investigation.
Yeah, really. Where did he go?
17.
17. The grass is really tall in this area, and you are very small. You don't see where they came out.
Was it? Do we know what spell it was though? Because we have.
Yeah, it was
multiple-
Dimension Door, so they
Okay.
go within 500 feet.
From the top
Does
of
he
my
know which
horse, can
direction?
I see where they went?
Right.
Sure, you can make an investigation check.
We are hunting them down.
Let's go. I want this pet. I want him down.
I mean, realistically, dude's
Natural one,
bleeding.
baby.
I didn't kill him the first time. I have to kill him this time.
So you
Right.
see a shimmer off really far. And then the shimmer fades away.
Oh.
Bron's like, what the fuck just happened? Dude fell down, there's blinding lights everywhere, and then they're gone.
You know, that's how
A
that
bunch
goes.
of blue energy got
question.
shot everywhere.
Yeah.
One thing is for sure, we're gonna have to keep an eye out for them because they've already caused us problems in the past, and it seems like they're gonna probably cause us problems in the future again.
Well,
It
at least
already
we know
caused
we
me
can
a
beat
problem.
Mhm.
I didn't even get to
On
relish
site
my
from
victory.
now
They
on.
just.
Oh, you
was well
don't.
fought.
Hold on. You can relish your victory, and then all the birds would go, Bron.
In a coordinated
You know.
dance, the birds are going.
You're more likely hearing like cawing from a bunch of ravens around you.
Yeah.
But like,
Well, my thumb.
but like,
I'm gonna keep using it. So.
Bron.
So bad. I still got that in. I'm having a great time with this. Also, I'm gonna pull out my staff of
That lasts
healing.
30 seconds.
That's
Yeah.
fine. I'm gonna keep doing it several
Blinding
times.
speed.
No. The battle was 30 seconds.
Really? Holy shit!
Wow.
Yeah,
How
it was
much
like
damage did you
5
take,
rounds,
Bron?
yeah.
How much damage did you take, Bron?
I'm at like below half health.
Okay, well I'll cast Cure Wounds with my staff of healing. Because I refuse to. I don't prepare that spell anymore because I have the staff.
Oh, yeah.
I literally
You
just don't fucking
friend.
do it. I'm such a bad healer. Hold on. Okay, why is it not in here? That's so dumb. I don't remember what Cure
I don't have
Wounds
your
is.
stuff. But yeah, so it's around noon now. Snow is starting to melt a little, not a lot. I would say it's probably 40 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay, that's really cold.
Bron, how'd you notice his sword so well?
This
I'm
book.
a bit of a connoisseur. Yeah, back when we were in Whitestone, it was Whitestone, wasn't it? The festival. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Back when we were doing security for the festival, I found a book in the library. I've always been a fine blade. I've always enjoyed swords, small blades, things like that, and I found a book that talks about 7 extraordinary blades that were created, and now I really want to find them.
Well, was that one of them, or?
That was one of them, and the other, and I'll draw Rose's Thorn, is another. And is there like a craftsman's mark on these blades?
Yeah, so on the hilt on the bottom, there is there's like always a gemstone that is finely cut. Each one has its own gemstone. The Rose's Thorn, of course, has a ruby. And the way that you can see it is there's a small engraving on each of the gemstones that is in Dwarvish. It's all the same.
But I've been studying this book more so than reading.
Yeah, and the DM still needs to write it.
Bro, you're 19 hit points, just so you know.
19. All right. Thank
Well,
you.
if we come across that couple again, hopefully we can maybe help you out next time. You fairly beat him the first time, so I feel like the second time we maybe just try to take him out and take the sword. You know, they've definitely been a little bit of a nuisance. So.
Well, I won't lie. That left bad taste in my mouth. The way they just disappeared after the victory.
Oh, that Kinku, you know.
There's a little shit.
Maybe
Shifty bastard.
that shifty Kinku.
I mean, if you kind of think about it, he sounds like Kran.
What's interesting though is I've actually never come across another Kinku on the material plane in the few years I've been here until I went to the school with Anzu, and then now we just come across another one. I've come across 2 in the past week. It's kind of weird. Maybe not a good thing, but weird.
So you might not be the only one who's escaped wherever you came from?
Well, I know that Kinku have been a dwindling race in the past few hundred years here on the material plane in Taldore. I don't know about other continents as much. They could still be here. But, the only place that I know that any Kinku are in this realm of Taldore are the Shadowfell, and they would have to travel through extremely powerful portals to be able to get here. So
Are there a lot of Kenku in the Shadowfell?
yes, that's actually, if you could imagine where a small tribe would be, that would be where my entire group is in the Shadowfell. I don't know how many are still left, but he seemed to keep a good amount alive when I was there. He's planning something, so he needs.
One day, we're gonna find you a very nice bird lady.
Being the warlock who enslaved many. There's actually a pretty good amount of elves there too, as well as humans and.
What was his name again?
His name's Incubus.
Oh.
Like
Can't
the
remember.
sexy succubus, that is a man.
But he that's the only place I've ever seen Kinku. So I'm not saying it's impossible to see him here. I haven't been on the material plane as long as any of you, but it's just the first time I've encountered it. So
I understand, Animas. I'm into elves too. I've always preferred them over gnomes.
this got weird.
It has a way of doing that.
No offense, Thea. I just high elves usually, but
Well, I
elves
mean,
in general.
Half high elf.
it's not
Thank
something.
you.
It's not something we can figure out now. So might as well keep.
I'm not
moving
sure.
on.
Not sure if Vesper would appreciate that comment.
Oof.
Vesper's
Hey-o.
hot. She's very hot.
Vesper is technically
Is he a half elf or
she's technically a 4th elf.
Oh,
Um,
so
just her.
he's not lying.
Yeah.
She's
You're
still
right.
got it in the right places, baby.
Okay, so you guys continue
Them
traveling.
ears, though.
It's a fetish Anzu has. He loves pointy ears.
You know that multiple races have pointy ears, right?
Oh, but the elves have
Orcs.
Like
He's
half,
well away.
half orcs have pointy
Half-orcs.
ears.
Full orcs have pointy
Like,
ears.
some gnomes have pointy ears. Some dwarves have pointy ears.
Some tabaxi have pointy ears.
He likes the way the
I
elves'
think
pointy ears looks.
All right, let's just keep
I know
moving.
Abby's
Let's
like,
just
I
let's
think
just.
so.
No.
objectified because of her ears.
Are you objectifying
I've never heard
women
a guy
from their
say, I like
ears?
her for her ears.
Her
but-
ears. Those, yo,
No,
dude,
no, dude.
those
that's
pointy
what I mean.
ears.
Vesper.
All right. Anyways,
The,
you guys
po-
continue on.
the pointier the ears, the better.
Ew. No.
You keep traveling, kind of picking up the pace a little bit, and you eventually get to a river.
Okay.
So this is the By Hills River. It's about, I would say, 100 feet across, or no, more like 100 yards. So it's more like a football field across.
Do you ford the river?
And it
do it.
is, the sun is starting to set as you guys get to the river.
So, do we ford the river?
Let me look at one thing really quick.
You see across the
I'm
river,
for it.
there's this large cliff face that overlooks it. And then like a wooded area kind of surrounds it. So it looks like the terrain is a little bit of a mixture of plains and forests in this area.
So it's starting to change.
The cliff face
Just a little.
is pretty plain. Like, would that be a nice place for a camp? That little cliff face.
Well, how far in the day are we?
You'd have to, yeah, the sun's setting now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
you'd have
but-
to ford the river to get to the cliff face.
But is it like a nice place to camp over there?
Make an investigation check.
Is it too deep for the horses to just go?
Make an investigation check.
21.
21. Okay. So you see that the river, that this overlooks the river, but it doesn't lead into it. You also see that there is a large, frozen, what looks like pond at the base of this cliff. Because the
Frozen?
temperature's dropped below 32 now.
I keep fucking forgetting it's winter. I'm so sorry.
I rolled a 21.
21? Okay.
21.
So you pull out your giant mace hammer thing, and you dip it down in there, and as it actually touches the water, you see the water boils a little, and then you
Dope.
you can reach the bottom with your mace,
The water
and your
boils.
mace is probably a little bit shorter than you, so it's probably about 6 feet deep, maybe a little bit deeper.
We're good. We're good. We could cross.
I will
If
get
I
on.
cast freedom of movement on people, would that help at all?
What does freedom of movement do again?
Let me see. You touch a willing creature for the duration. The target's movement is unaffected by difficult terrain and spells and other magical effects. Blah blah blah.
It would work on, if you cast it on the horses, it would work. It would make it
Okay.
easier to cross.
Okay. I only have 2 spell slots and we have 3 horses, so that's rough. But
I can dimension door us. If you guys want.
I can also
So
do that.
dimension door, size wise, it's gonna be kind of hard to get horses through a dimension door for sure.
Well, keep in mind my horse is also a little bit more suited to.
To doing this.
Oh, okay.
so-
So I can just cast it on my horse and Zygon's horse.
yeah.
Well, you can
Corduroy.
just throw your
He has a
dagger
name.
on the
Roy
river.
and Sugar
I'll just
Daddy.
cast on Corduroy and Sugar Daddy, and it'll be fine.
Thank you.
Do you feed Sugar Daddy sugar cubes? I'm just curious.
I'll say I picked him up. How much money is that?
I just kind of while we're
We'd
sitting
say
there
like 2 copper, like super negligible.
for the sugar cubes.
Okay, I'll take off a copper. 900.
As she feeds him a sugar cube, I'm just gonna pat him on the butt.
Oh, I was gonna say, whenever after Bron was done fighting Traxar, I would love it if me and Animas switched places so that I could chill for a second and not be moving the horse.
Oh, okay. I mean, we can say we've been doing that.
Okay, that's
You know,
fine. Because
maybe-
I want to read more of my Undercommon Languages book or whatever it is that I have.
Yeah. All right, so I'm figuring out now.
Underground.
This,
Wow.
Book that you were reading?
Yeah, the one of Underrealm Languages, but I want to focus on Abyssal.
Okay.
But I'll cast Freedom of Movement on both horses, so that'll take both of my 4th levels.
Would it be also? Would it help if I'm not on the horse when we are trying to tread across the
If you
water?
wanted to lead it, you could.
Okay. Yeah.
It's up to you.
I'm gonna
Sounds fun.
stay on top of mine while she casts the spell.
Okay. Let's see here. So
Being underwater imposes no penalties on the target's movements or attacks. Cool. So,
so Sugar Daddy gets across.
Yeah,
Sugar Daddy!
sugar daddy for the win.
Corduroy has some trouble
Oof.
and kind of tries to go against the water and then decides to go down. So Zygon, you get out about 30 feet away from Sugar Daddy.
Oh, no.
You got way down there.
I have my
Corduroy's
animal
still
handling
alive.
helmet.
Corduroy's fine. Your animal handling helmet?
Yeah, you can handle that alone.
You're not that far
yeah.
down.
Same result.
All right.
Okay, now, Bron, you wanted to lead your horse across?
Yeah.
Okay, make an animal handling check.
15.
15?
Yep.
Okay, so your horse is a little reluctant, but you kind of soothe it a little, and then you guys both walk across. What is your horse's name, by the way?
Would I Traxar, because I never want to forget the name.
Wow.
Did we?
Okay.
Did we
What?
even find
Also-
out Traxar's name?
Well, I heard. Oh, dude, they know it. I
was
thought I would
calling
have
him
heard them.
Traxar. He technically never gave you his name.
Yeah, we only know
Oh.
because of the one shot where we had Traxar.
Yeah.
Yeah, where I
Oh,
played
okay.
Traxar.
I
I-
thought you, as your characters, had bumped into him as well.
No, that was
Oh,
from
okay.
so whenever I ran a one
Okay.
shot,
Retcon.
Jacob's
You think of a different
character.
horse.
Yeah.
There's a fantasy horse named Generator. That's what I used to find Sugar Daddy.
Also, I'm leading this horse. When I'm soothing it, I'm patting it on the head because I'm walking on top of the water.
What?
I'm walking on top of the water. Leading the
Also,
horse.
also,
Excuse?
just
Cats? What?
just to let people know, if you want to watch Jacob play Traxar in a one shot, go watch Oblivion of the Rogues on our YouTube. All right,
Yeah,
and we continue.
I did
Yeah.
absolutely fucking nothing.
It's
during
kinda-
that.
kind of disorienting seeing the
So,
horse sink.
Anzu, how are you getting across?
How wide is the river?
100 yards.
Oh boy, dude, you could just jump in Locknar's backpack. Is Lochnar tall
Yeah.
enough to walk through? He's like,
Oh, yeah, he's 8 feet tall.
yeah. So
Yeah, me and the Cube will just hitch a ride on Locknar's backpack.
Okay, you guys get across, no problem.
Yeah.
I need. Who was the first two across? Okay, Animas and Thea. I need you two to make perception checks.
what if both of our passive perceptions are ridiculously high?
No.
14
Well, okay,
13.
yeah, we could use your passive perception. for this.
Mine's
I
a
rolled
20.
and I got a
Yours is
I
20.
rolled and I got a 14 plus a 13. So
Okay, we're gonna use your
27.
passive perception for this because that's what it should have been anyway.
my
Okay, so
passive
19 and
perception-
20.
19.
I think so. I think mine's 19. I gotta double check.
Mine's a 20 right now. I have a pretty high passive
Ridiculous.
I
perception.
thought it was 18 5 minutes ago.
No, I
Should not have.
forgot that I leveled up and I had to
Okay.
I had to add my
You
proficiency and
guys
stuff.
look around as you get across. No movement. Nothing really. You just hear the river kind of churning.
Are you sure?
Can I re-roll my perception? Just kidding.
Absolutely.
No.
Wait, if I rolled a 14 plus a 13.
Yeah, I
I
rolled
rolled a natural 20.
I rolled a 16 plus 10.
I rolled a natural 20. It doesn't matter.
I hate you, Jacob.
I want to purposely investigate now that Jacob said that. I'm kidding.
Okay. So, you guys get across, start to make camp, and then you hear over the wind a bunch of people screaming. You hear women and children screaming. You see large plumes of smoke start to rise up towards the north, I'd say the northwest of where you guys are.
How far?
Not too far.
How far is not too far? I feel like I should have a distance.
Like a
Uh,
half mile.
Hang on.
Because I mean,
Zygon's gonna take a big pull out of his alchemy jug and be like, "That doesn't look good." And he's just gonna sit down.
Yeah, so I would say probably a mile away.
Well, we've been ignoring things already. Do we ignore this also, or maybe check this out?
Yes, we do.
what's the smell?
It's so there's a burning like a wood smell in the air.
Alright, can I have my owl fly towards there and see what's going on?
Yeah. So are you looking through it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Investigation, I'm guessing.
So you're flying. You're controlling the familiar as you fly through. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
What the fuck?
Interesting.
It's a natural 18. Does that pass?
A natural 18.
Yeah.
Nope. Okay.
Dexterity plus 19.
Yeah. So you see a flash coming out of the light, and then an arrow goes straight through your familiar, and your familiar.
No.
Oh no. Does your
No,
familiar
it's not a big
know?
deal. I just conjured again.
Well, it's
Yeah,
Yeah, it
expensive.
takes a lot of money.
It's expensive.
Yeah, it's super fucking expensive.
I'm gonna
Oh.
look back at everyone and I'm gonna be like, they shot my owl.
Jesus.
Told you to ignore it.
Do you
Well,
want
that
me?
means there's something going down over there.
Do you want me to try to check it out? I can fly high.
I mean, so
I-
can an owl.
I can take good. I can take some
That didn't
damage.
turn out
Uh, do as you please.
Take me with
I'm
you.
asking the group.
If you do that, take me with you. That's all I'm saying.
I think if we're gonna do that, we may as well just go as a group.
Yeah, if we're gonna go for this, we go for it. I could take Anzu and Thea, because Anzu's small enough, and then just have Anzu message the rest of the group.
Yeah.
It's up to you guys, though. We could leave this alone. We could let this go. Just walk away. No
I mean,
harm.
Zygon's staying either way, so.
How about this? I turn into just a smaller bird, fly up, see what's going on, come back, tell you. That's it.
I feel like it didn't work out well the first time we sent a bird.
Maybe the air is not the best option here.
I could
No,
turn
it wasn't
into
that.
a monkey. I could go in the trees,
Oh my god.
or
Yeah.
a small cat that runs fast, and I can run up to it. What? Someone choose for me. I don't want to choose.
Let's do it. I'll go with you. I can sneak up there with you in the trees.
Yeah, I can do that as well, and I'll give Animus my blessing of the trickster.
I'm
So
gonna.
you
Anzu, what's your armor class?
Advantage of stealth checks.
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk up there.
Anzu, what's your armor class?
No.
Anzu.
14.
14. Okay.
Get
Zygon,
sniped.
what's your armor class?
Don't forget, I cannot be
14.
surprised.
14.
Cannot. Well.
I have a cloak of displacement. Please remember that.
That's what you have to remember if he attacks you.
Also, can't be surprised.
Yeah, so
I would love to know what's going on.
shortly- So, as you guys are planning this, Thea, you see the glint of something in the trees, and then 4 arrows come out. One strikes Anzu, one strikes Zygon, the other one misses Animus, and one misses Lochnar.
Let's go.
Zygon wasn't even gonna interfere.
He was just sitting. Now it's brought you
It's
in.
bullshit.
It's brought you in at this
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
Zygon,
Okay.
you take 9 points of piercing damage.
Oh, that's
Next time, don't stand so close to the Goliath. Maybe he's
Yeah,
kind
I
of
suppose.
he stands out a
Big
little
target.
bit. Yeah.
If you miss that target, you're hitting you.
Anzu, you take 15 points of piercing damage.
That's fucked up.
Why
I'm
you
just
do
gonna
me
make
dirty
a
like
note that
that?
I'm attuned to I'm also attuned to my cloak of displacement, so disadvantage on attacks against whenever that happens.
All right. So as you guys see arrows flying towards you, I believe that will be how we end tonight's session.
Oh.
Sorry for the early ending,
Ah.
but
Get sniped and
that
no
will be-
response.
that will be how we end tonight's session.
I want to fight.
Oh man. Well, we'll have to wait, I guess.
You'll have to just come in and tune in next week.
Tune in next week.
Dang it, Jacob.
Gosh, Jacob. Hey, awesome response from our audience tonight. Thank you guys so much. We're really hoping to continue grow. Get some word out to some people you might think may enjoy us or just help us to keep on track to keep going. So, Jacob,
Every
go
Sunday.
ahead. Yep, every Sunday 6 o'clock. Go ahead, Jacob.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So every Sunday, 6. It is
Central.
amazing. We have 16 people right now. That is so
So
great.
great.
I can't believe
Please tell your friends. We're hoping to grow this. With your help, we'll reach Twitch affiliate, hopefully, and then Twitch partner. So you can keep us going. If you like what you're seeing, please share it with your friends and family who are maybe interested in D&D or anything like that. But we're hoping to expand into more stuff, hopefully starting next month.
Send
we hope you join
ideas.
us on that journey. So thank you, and have a good night, everybody, and a safe week.